What's up, what's up, what's up? And we're back. Ha! Eto na. Grand Finals na. Team Secret versus Tundra Esports. Sino ang mag-uwi ng Aegis? We are rooting for Team Secret. Eto na yung mga pick nila. Enigma, Tiny, Leshrak, Lich. What? Tatlong in-type. Para sa Team Secret. Aba, makikita natin ngayon ang first appearance ni Hoodwink sa Grand Finals. Naga. Nako, yung Naga yung nagpahirap sa sa upper bracket match nung nakaraan. May Tuskaro na naman. Miranda. Ha! Ano ang mangyayari?
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
Dito tayo manonood para meron tayong predict. May plus points. Siyempre kuha tayo ng plus points. Pwede rin naman natin itong lagyan ng broadcaster. English.
A lot, right? We've seen throughout all DPC, people that kind of made the jokes for him, especially him himself. He's like, yeah, I have my 3 big heroes, right? A lot of them.
He proved all the haters wrong. Like, honestly, that's why he's here.
I think they really have to think about and try to guess what 33 is going to be looking at also, and try to kind of.
And they don't even care to Visage. Look at that. I think that's a big statement also coming into game number 1. You know, you have a chance to make him maybe feel uncomfortable, but instead you're going for what you think is the right pick for them.
I would like Visage for Tundra anyways as the last pick.
Probably not the strat with Naga, I would say. I don't think at all that's what he would should go for. Yeah, it could be the Tide,
I think they have to respect the Tide, and they most likely will try to pre-pick for the Tide Hunter.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Tide is also what he would be looking at. I also think Batrider is a really strong hero with this kind of strategy. I don't know if it works. It has some value, you know, with the heroes that you have, but even against the Lesh and the Lich, you can get like some high magical damage scaling meta hero, but I don't think he's played a single Batrider game.
Maybe not this tournament, but it's definitely one of his very strong heroes, so it would not be a surprise.
Seen a couple teams even try like the Brewmaster versus the Lesh, right, where you just lift him, ignore him. A lot of situations too. Is left in the pool. It is.
You also get a dispel. You get a dispel for the Frost Shield.
Yep.
Okay.
It could be a great brew pick, by the way, and it's
Pinang Draw Ranger.
33 heroes.
Yeah.
33 hero, by the way. I think it's a great suggestion.
When I see like the Drow as well too, we saw even though the game was kind of back and forth, you saw that long duration silence in a lot of fights just devastate him too. So
I do think it's a little anti-synergy with the Naga. Quite often, it doesn't really.
Ayan.
5 seconds remain.
Yung camera view kukunin natin dun sa sa caster ng ng TI para relax na tayo ditong nanonood. O na magsaing, mag-Dota na lang. O syempre. Ito wala yung badge mo. Nag-unsubscribe? Unsubscribe ka agad? Daya mo ah.
God Gamer alert! God Gamer detected!
Fudge!
That felt so good!
Crystallis? Fudge?
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
Safe lane Fudge. Lich. Malamang si Pape ito, Lich. Sino kaya ang carry? Tiny? Ay, si Tiny pwede, no? Offlane Fudge. Resolution.
Tide Hunter. Select your
Tide Hunter offlane.
Make the ultimate choice.
Eto na. Why? Puti ka position 1 Pudge. Eto, maganda. Position 1 Pudge, no? Abangan natin din yung gagawin dito ni Crystalis.
Past a certain point, I think Naga is going to start being too much of an issue, but I think Secret's going to roll on them.
And Foggia, yourself, I mean, that first pick sort of still standing strong, as these two have sort of said. And Nisha, he's sort of been the one to stand out and kind of single-handedly carry Secret through some of the tougher games. Is this going to be another one of them, or do you think Tundra do have the methods to deal with this Lesh?
I'm with
Best
my boy
of
Johan, I
5.
think this time. I like the less Pudge versus the Illusion strat. I think it's going to be pretty hard for Skeeter.
Pudge ang last pick ng Team Secret. Ayan, tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari dito, no? Ang kailangan nila dito ma-burst out kaagad yung illusion ng Naga. So yun yung nandun yung damage, no? Kada palo, no? Di maganda yung AoE na itong Team Secret, no? Avalanche. Leshrac. Dito pinaka-AoE nila is yung Ravage ni Tidehunter. Number of deaths of player. The end of the game. Uy, putik nag-smoke agad ng Team Secret.
My keyboard is not working.
26 to 40. Baka magiging bakbakan ng mangyayari dito. Dito tayo. 41 to 55. Total number of smoke gank kills by 25 minutes. Madalang to eh. Madalang ang mag-smoke dito. Respawn natin to. 3 to 5. Player with highest net worth by 10 minutes. Aha, pwedeng Naga. Pwedeng mid, no? Sinisha. Pero let's go for Naga. Napakadaling mag-farm netong hero na to. Tapos 10-minute mark. Walang problema dyan. Ma-level 2 niya lang yung mga illusion niya. Ma-clear niya na tong wave dito. Yung mga small camp, kayang-kaya na i-clear yan.
My keyboard is not working.
Player with the first triple kill. Ito may hirap pag-pilihan dito.
The quest for ultimate glory.
Sinong unang makakapag-triple kill? Papay? Ito na, nag-smoke na. 5-man smoke from Team Secret. Ito, piniping dito sa gitna. Ito, piliin natin ay si Nisha. Dahil sa AoE. Ito, nag-4-man smoke dito. Illusion, sending out. Oops, nalaman. Hindi nag-pop. Hindi na-break ang smoke. Alam na yan. Alam din na kaya na, nagkaikutan. Kakasagupan nata dito. Walang nakita yung illusion na to. Napop na yung illusion. Nagtatago si Tiny sa Rosh Pit. At yung apat dito, umiikot, mukhang makikita dito si Resolution. Eto na, na-break na yung smoke ni Tuskar. Whoops! Eye shards. Nako, hindi makaka-respond dito sa Nisha. Naharangan, na-stun. Na-hook dito si Tuskar. Pero mapi-first blood dito ang Enigma. In exchange of Tuskar. Mahagang bakbakan. Uy, nagko-back diving. 14 seconds bago lumabas ang mga runes. Tingnan natin kung ilan ang masisecure dito. Oops, tigdalawa. Tigdalawa lang.
10 players compete for ultimate
Oy, mahuhook.
glory.
Nahook yung lamang dagat. Gumawa ng gulo to si Crystalis. Nako, naluro pa nga yung mga ano. And then Pape, in-slow dito yung Tidehunter. Ang ini-aim nila, ang laki ng HP neto with the base HP of 860. And then Pudge, 740 lang with dalawang Ironwood branch. Ito, tatlo with a wand. Grabe. 32 waist strength. Kay Pudge, ilan lang? 26 na. Kumuha siya ng quelling blade. And then armor, dahil ito minus armor to pag tinamaan ka ng gash. Minus 3. Then ito meron siyang blightstone na minus 2. Minus armor strat. Ginagawa dito ng Tundra. Ito si Papay, kinukulit yung hoodwink. Si Saksa, pinapaputukan ng yellow. Si hoodwink, silip naman tayo dito sa taas. Resolution, Enigma, and then tayo ni Bubbles. Tuloy-tuloy na. Uy, na-evade yung hindi pinapatay yung mga alaga ni Enigma. At na-drag niya yung creep wave dito pabalik sa torre. Ang nakakainis dito pag may kalaban kang Enigma kasi consistent yung pag-deny niya ng long range na creep. Ito. Kasi itong creeps na ito yung may pinakamalaking XP. Tsaka gold. Check natin yung mga lasit. Uy, eto na. Naging 6 na yung mga loko-loko. Level 2. Net worth 1,400 para kay Nisha. Followed up by Tuskar na naka first blood ata kanina. Oops, ito sa baba. Ito yung natin, no? Crystallis position 1 Pudge. First time natin makikita dito sa sa Grand Finals. Position 1, no? Dati Bendy mid. Ito Tuskar. Alam nyo ba kahit sa mga pub game, no? Inaabuso ng sa high rank. I mean, abuse, no? Inaabuse yung Tuskar mid. Kasi magkaroon lang to ng face boots tsaka BKB. Ang minimum damage ng Walrus Punch na 700. Ang maaga rin na ito pagka yung Tuskar is level 6 na ikot na to ng ikot sa mapa. Magagank na to ng magagank. Uy, hindi na deny niya ni Nisha. Whoops! At makakuha siya ng observer words dito. Ito na, meron tayo. Malapit na tayo sa 3-minute mark. Lalabas ng mga unang bounty. Na natin kung sino makakasteal dito. Oops, Avalanche, binitawan. Na-deny. Ay, hindi na-deny nung Mirana yung Ha! Dahil doon sa Avalanche. Ako, hindi ata napansin yung oras. Hindi, hindi pinuntahan. Ito rin. Busy. Busy sa bakbakan both teams at ito Tuskar ang kuha ng bounty.
Got it.
Illusion game. Tapos level 3 na kaagad Alam ko pwede na rin i-deny itong intro yung si Bandera. Medyo malayo pa yung Naga Siren natin Ano kinuha niya skill? Okay, Enser. Hindi muna ni level 2 yung niya. Yung illusions. Sayang. Kinulang sa bato. Ayun. Na-block. Hindi napansin na warded dito. Balik tayo sa baba. Eto sila Crystallis. Mga pinapahirapan nung Eto na nga yung minus armor strat. Oops! Mahook dito ang hoodwink. Followed up by rat. Hindi mapipitas. Hindi na agro na tower si hoodwink. Eto. Pero pwede yung counterin, no? Etong pro shield ni Lich, yung minus armor na itong dalawa. Dahil mababawasan, may damage reduction kasi ito 40% damage reduction, no? Kahit mag minus armor. Para mababali wala. Ayun, nice hook by Crystallis dun sa boy Bandera. Mananapok na. What's up? What's up, Pops? Magandang hapon. Welcome back sa stream. O, ito. Magbakbakan ditong nangyayari. Tingnan natin kung mapipitas din ng unang mapipitas o unang makakapitas si Crystallis. At magkakaroon ng isang stack ang kanyang flesh.
My keyboard
Dalawa
is
na?
not working.
Dalawa na pala. Ito magandang matchup dito yung top lane. No? So, ang challenge kasi dito nung Naga. Lagi siyang madidinayan ng ng creeps, yung lalo na yung long range, no? Yung XP. Tsaka yung gold na mga kuha niya, no? Ang dami niyang pwedeng gawin. It's either papuntahin yung mga illusions dito kaso masyado pang mahina yung mga illusion niya. Yan, nakita nyo, ni-level 2 na yung illusion para medyo makunat-kunat at makapag-farm dito. So ito, madali niyang mapa-farm to, yung mga ganitong creeps. Easy. Enser arrow, basic combo. TP. May TP. Takbo lang. Wala mag-TP, takbuhan mo lang. Ops, ito, resolution, bumakap. Uy, mo nakita yung oras. 10 seconds bago lumabas. Yung bounty, Mirana nag-leap. Whoops! Binato ng sanga ni Tiny. Tingnan natin. Meron pa tong dalawang leap. Isang leap. Ginamit na. Nako! Pinagpapana yung bato. Mapipitas dito si Tiny. Ay. Balik tayo dito sa mid. Nisha, pinuntahan ni Hoodwink. Oops! Ice shards. Binitawan na rin. Pares mababang HP dito. Oops! Magic wand. Nako, hindi napindot ni Nisha.
Care to go another round?
Imagine di pala pinipindot yun. Nahayaan lang. Dina-stun siya dun. Pag uppercut, no, may mini-stun yan. Kaya hindi niya na. Hindi katulad ng mga ibang skill. No? Na kahit na nasa Erika, magagamit mo yung ano. Yung horn toss ni Magnus. Ay, yung skewer, no? Habang ini-skewer ka, alam ko pwede kang gumamit ng item. Yung kaya bago ma-horn toss. Yan, pag nag-Omni Slash, yan, pwedeng gumamit ng skill. Pwede mong gamitin yung Abyssal
Dire's
Blade.
middle tower is under attack.
Ay, niikutan dito. Oops, nako. Hindi yan kita, no? Actually, hindi yan kita ng vision ng tower. Hanggang dito lang yan. Lalo pag gabi. Uy, mong tinamaan dito si resolution at na-enser pa at mapipitas pa nga. Ni Nagasire. Ayun, nakita ng ano. Nakabawi dito yung mga ano. Yung mga summon niya. Nabawian kaso hindi niya nakuha doon yung XP. Sayang. Nisha. Yung Tuskar. Nako, eto na naman. Nangaasar lang dito yung Tuskar. Pa-uppercut ng baba lang kasi ng cooldown nito eh. 20 seconds. Okay, net worth 7 minutes na. Meron ng 3,500 dito si Nisha, followed up by Tide Hunter, and then Tuskar, and then Nagasire. Mukhang mali tayo. Mali. Mali tayo ah. Pero makakahabol yan, no? Meron pang 2 minutes, no? Saglit na lang sa Nagasire yan. 100 lang yung ano, yung kulang. Uy, napitas. Mapipitas si Nisha. Hindi natin makakapitas si Nisha. Level 3 ang illusion, ang conjure image, mirror image. Conjure image kay Tayda ay ano, terror blade. Ito minus armor din to. Ayun, napansin nyo lahat, may minus armor. Ito minus armor din. Ito minus armor. Ito, nag-TP dito si Tuskar. Mga pipitisan dito si resolution. Nag-ice ball na dito. Ice shards, paro up by uppercut. Pero na black hole dito. Tuman black hole at patating na dito. Matropa ng Team Secret. At mapipitas dito si Naga Siren at si Tuskar. Pero ito, nag-TP. Hindi napigilan yung TP ni Hoodwink. At makakaligtas nga ba? Tingnan natin. Ikutan na. Nilagyan ng observer word. Tago sa puno. Ha! Putulin yung mga puno na yan. Hanapin nyo yung squirrel. Ay, ito, mukhang nakita dito. Hoy! Nakita yung squirrel. Mapipitis pa. 3 man down dito sa Tundra Esports.
Dire's top tower is in danger.
Ano ma-cooldown neto? 35 sa
Dire
mana.
should look to their top tower.
35 seconds. Ano, 35 lang sa mana, no? Uncharging niya.
There is little hope
It's
for
30
Radiant's
seconds.
middle tower.
Resolution. Tingnan natin kung ano na yung gamit. Okay. 500 gold away na lang para sa dagger. Saglit na saglit lang yan. Uy, nag-deny. Nice. Avalanche. Nako, kinapos ng konti. Ito, may nagdo-drawing dito ng bahay. Nagdo-drawing ng bahay dito yung Tiny. Pakita nyo sa minimap. Drawingan ng bahay. Magka-camping kayo dyan. Okay, may words. So, ito bago to, no? Bagong lalagyanan ng words. Dati dito.
Radiant's bottom tower is in
Oh,
danger.
eto na. At tingnan natin. Sinuzone ng Tiny itong farm site na to, no? Dahil alam nila kailangan nilang pigilan dito yung Naga Siren. Ay, nako, mapipitas yung pusa.
Stomp of a brash of bone.
Etong kailangan nilang protektahan, no? Kasi alam nila yung Naga Siren. Napakadaling mag-farm na itong hero na to. Meron ng Yasha. Nako, nagkamali tayo ng predict. Kala natin Naga Siren. Nakapitas kasi yung sinisha dito sa
Look to their middle tower.
yung clash kanina, no? Biglang responde nila dun. Bumalik agad. Magandang hapon, no? Shoutout sa 4 na milyong viewers around the world.
Radiant's middle tower
Kumusta kayo?
is under attack.
Kumusta yung iyong hapon? Time check. 5:54. Oh, malapit na maghapunan pala. Magsasaing muna. Saing muna bago Dota. Pero Grand Finals eh.
Radiant's middle tower is
Eto,
under
panoorin
attack.
natin si Crystallis with the Vanguard. At isusunod niya ata dito is... Alam na to. No? Hood of Defiance.
Always watch me.
Then Tide Hunter first item is... Naka. Rate pa. Ayan, natin na natin. Nasa 3-man daw na papunta dito. Nako, nagulungan na ng snowball. Ma-uppercut. Uy! Nako. Pinang-ano yung uppercut, pinang-aasar.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And then magde-desolator pa. Ito talaga minus armor strat neto ng Team Tundra, no? Malamang sa malamang ang maninipis dito katulad niya ni Nisha, no? Yung hero na Leshrac.
Is now active.
Napakababa na itong ano.
Dive
Yung armor niya, 8
to the
lang.
middle tower.
No?
Radiant's bottom
Pag tinamaan ka
tower
na
is
itong
under
minus
attack.
6 armor, putik, wala na. Pag ito pa, dinagdagan pa ito, minus 12,
Radiant's
negative 4
bottom
yung
tower
armor.
is in danger.
Tapos ito pa, minus 2. minus
There
4,
is
putik ka.
little hope for
Ito
Dire's
mabubo pa yung
middle
Desolator. Ako pa. Itong Tiny, wala tong armor. Kasi wala siyang agi.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mababasag agad yung bato dito pagka nahuli.
Dire's
Okay,
middle
first tower down.
is no more. Radiant's bottom tower
Dito sa
is
middle
under
lane.
attack.
Ang lagi nating tatandaan pagka nabasag na yung mid.
Dire
Mabilis na makakapasok
Radiant's
sa farm site.
bottom tower is under
Or sa
attack.
jungle, so sa triangle. Oh,
Radiant's
Mirana
bottom
nag-ulti.
tower is no more.
Hoodwink. Nako, walang detection dito pero na-smoke break. Alam nila. May squirrel dyan. Nako. Nako po. Makakata. Ayun, nahuli yung squirrel pero natin lang dito si Tiny. Eto na, 4 na dito nagtitipi yung Mirana. May makukulong pa. Nako, ice. Arbor. Pag tinumaan pa ng pana. Nako. Parang sinukat. No? Kinulong sa ice shard sabay pinana. Sukat eh. Sukat na sukat. Tipi sa taas. Nagtipi yung 4 sa baba na kalaban. Tipi ka sa taas. Doon ka mag-farm yan. Sa carry fudge. Yan ang laging gagawin. Umiwas ka muna sa clash. Mag-farm ka. Kunin mo yung mga necessary items. Mga kailangan mo. Oy, ang ganda ng word na to. Tsaka to, no? Tingnan natin kung paano yung vision yan. Ayun. Hindi nila masyadong kita yan. Tignan natin dito sa Dire. Yan. Kita nila. Itong ilog, no? Kung sino yung papasok. Dati dito nilalagay, no? Na nasa pub game ka, dito madalas. Kaso pag nilagyan ng sentry words dito banda, kita na to. So ito hindi to masyadong abot pagka naglagay ng words dito. Di abot nung ano niya, radius. Ay, nako, sa Tiny Bubbles na uppercut dito. At mapipitas ulit. Izayak. Ito mahirap kay Tiny kasi walang armor tong hero na to. No? Zero based armor. Dahil wala siyang agi. Ito Nisha. Nasa gitna, walang takot, no? Meron siyang bloodstone, meron siyang haste. Hindi siya natatakot na mag-run over dito sa kampo ng mga kalaban. Uy! Nakakita niyo yung ilag? Sumiksik lang dito, oh.
There is
Side
little
step.
hope for Dire's middle
Sumide
tower.
step. Ito, ha? Resolution versus Squirrel. Tinatakbo-takbuhan lang siya. Oops! Kainis talaga tong hero na to eh. Ay, uunahin niya yung ano niya. Hunter's Boomerang dahil may minus ano yun eh. Magic Death.
Wala.
Pag tinamaan yan. Spell damage tataas. Naku, napitas na dito si Nisha. Ito, 5 man. 5 man dito. Ang Tundra Esports sa mid. Babawi na sila. Kayang-kaya na nang lumaban dito. Item check tayo. Tingnan natin mga gamit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ito na.
Radiant have fortified their structures
Nagtipi na si
against
Crystal
attack.
sa mid para mag-defend. Fortify. Wala na. Amira nang ginangat-ngat lang ng ginangat-ngat. At Crystal eto. Inuna yung catapult. Hinuk na yung catapult. Talagang mababasag ng catapult yan. Ito, nag-drawing na naman. Ito tayo. Pero hindi nila alam na warded dito eh. Kanina. Ito, Manta style na dito yung Naga Siren. Ito yung ano eh, no, Naga. Naga yung nagpahirap nung sa upper bracket ng ano, unang laban nila. Bago malaglag sa lower bracket yung Team Secret. Grabe yung Naga Siren. Halos wala silang magawa nung laban eh.
The dire scan.
Halos 30 minutes hindi nakalabas ang Team Secret ng base. Defend lang sila sa high grounds. Okay, itong Tundra Esports is sinuzone na. Itong jungle ng Team Secret. And then nag-ulti yung Mirana for scout. Alam nila na dyan si Enigma. Then try nila pumitas ng isa. And then babasagin na nila to. At eto na nga, isang item na lang. Desolator na. Oops. Scar, pinang-scout ang Ice Shard. Mahuhuli dito si Resolution. Naku, papana ba? Ayun muna, tinali muna sa puno bago pinana para sure kill. Grabe yung connection nun, no? Sana ganyan din yung Hoodwink. Nakakilala ko. Kaso, wala eh. Mahina mag-hood. Oy, happy viewing kay Gerald Pagkill. Shoutout na rin sa'yo. Lover boy ng Barangay San Juan. Ito, lamang na po ng 3 kills dito. Ang Tundra Esports. Ito na, sinuzone na nila dito ang mid lane and then bottom lane. Dalawang linya kagad yung kayang kontrolin dito ng Tundra Esports dahil farmed na yung ano eh. Yung Naga, no? Yung illusion sa isang lane. Tapos yung illusion ng Manta sa isang lane din. O pwedeng kasama niya. Na mag-farm. Pero ito hindi natigil dito sila Nisha. Tsaka yung tayo na dito sa taas. Ay, may nag-snowball. Si Crystallis dito naiiwan sa mid. Tingnan natin. Pero malapit lang yung mga tropa. Okay, nakikita nyo tong words na to.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kontrolado ng Tundra Esports kung ano yung gagawin nila dito lalo sa mga words na yan. Kitang-kita nila kung anong ginagawa dito ng Team Secret, kung nasaan. At eto, nagdi-words na nga, nakita na. Nalaman na ano, warded to. Alis muna, alis. Baka may mga kalaban dyan, then Crystallis nasa baba, dinedepend ng bottom lane. Naga Siren, nagpakawala na naman ng mga illusion. Kinakat lang yung wave. Nakita nyo itong ginagawa na ito. Ganyan mag-Naga Siren. Walang nagawa dito. Kailangan muna dito makuha ni Crystallis yung Aghanim Scepter niya para mataas yung damage ng rat, no? Dahil yung illusion is tumatanggap ng 200% damage. Ito, 350 pala.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
Yung 300 dun sa Manta. Oy, nako, Crystallis, mababa ang buhay. Nagulungan. Nice snowball ni Tuskar. Ito. Tingnan natin kung anong gagawin dito ng mana. Team Secret. Nako, na-forced out. Forced tap out dito. Si Tuskar. At na-toss back. Pabalik. Nako, sana all bumabalik. Higit mong tayong kape. At eto, nako, si Papay mahuhuli dito ng Naga Siren and Ravage. Binitawan na ang bibito si Tiny. Then Nisha, counter na kanyang Bloodstone. Eto na, makakatingin pa tayo ng Black Hole dito. Isang matinding Black Hole from Resolution, pero cancel sa kanyang dagger. Tinamaan pa ng Gash. Oops, sinalo ni Nisha yung ano. Yung sharpshooter ni Hoodwink. No, kalma muna. Kalma, huwag niyong pilitin. Ano, Lotus Orb na yung susunod dito ni Nisha. Alright, ako, hindi pa rin nila ng DD words. Yung observer words dito, no? Kitang-kita pa rin dito ang Team Secret. Crystalis, nako, dalawang item pa away from his Aghanim Scepter. 20 minute mark. Eto, na-D-words na ng tuluyan ng, ano, ng Team Secret. Tingnan natin kung i-D-words din ka. D-words. Grabe. Attack speed ni Tiny. Ang bigat. Ang bigat ng weapon niya.
Invisibility.
Item check. Desolator na yung Tuskar. Meron ng rate pack dito yung Tide Hunter. May malevolence na rin dito yung Naga Siren. And then with Manta. So dito sa Team Secret halos wala pa silang pangalawang ano, main item, core item. Na meron pa lang ay si Nisha. Na meron siyang Boots of Travel. And then Bloodstone. And then Crystalis na sa taas nagpo-farm, no? Isusunod na kagad dito yung Ninaga yung ano, Heart of Taras. Parang ginawa niya rin din nung nakaraang game. Dahil sure kill pagka nabitawan ng ano. Kapag na-silence ka din, Enser, alam nyo na. Alam nyo na yung kasunod. Death. Habang wala pang BKB itong mga to. Oops! Nako, Nisha, na-silence. Pero walang araw dito yung Mirana. Ginamit niya sa crits. No? 8 seconds cooldown. No? Buti na lang. Yan. Kunti na lang. Tumbubuo niya ang kanyang Lotus Orb. Yan. Lotus Orb, no? Para kanino? Ang tanong, para kanino? Para ma-dispel yung Inser? Oh, ito, Foreman daw. Nakikita si Resolution. Naku, mga tatamaan ng pana. Mirana, nag-ulti na. Tingnan natin kung makataas si Resolution. 2 seconds sa kanyang dagger. Oops, eto, bumakap na si Papay. And kay Chrysalis, nasa gilid lang. At buo na ang kanyang Aghanim Scepter. Bubuuin niya na. Ang kasunod ay BKB. Si Chrysalis po ang isa sa mga pinakabatang carry na naglaro dito sa TI. Oops, makikita yung Tiny. Natos. Nako, with a one-man black hole, no? I-secure nyo na yung kill, no? Dahil Tide Hunter yan. Yung 2.5 seconds na stun ng Ravage. Nako, it's a disaster pagka nabitawan pa. Ito na. Shinurkill nila, no? Na mapitas dito yung Tide Hunter. Ngayon, ito, malakas ang loob ng Tundra Spurs dito na makikipag-clash kasi walang black hole. Ito na, nakita nila sa mapa si Tiny na wala ring mana. Ako, saan kasi siksik Tiny? Makikita ka ng squirrel, matalian sa puno. Kinasana ng sharpshooter, uppercut, hinihintay. Ayun na nga, pinatama muna yung sharpshooter at then in-uppercut. Kunti na lang sa dagger, 200 away. 200 gold away, o 300 gold away. Kunting-kunti na lang, kaso napitas pa siya. Ito, 45. Sinabayan din ng 45 yung mga creeps. Eto, nasa gilid ng Sinisha. Na-stun dito si Tuskar. Ano, hindi tumama yung ano, yung pana kasi ito, tinamaan siya ng kapit sa puno ng Squirrel. At mahuhook back dito si Tuskar. At pinatulog ni Naga Siren. Ayun, nice save by Naga. Tingnan natin kung mag-chase dito ang Team Secret. At nandito na rin, nandito na yung Tide Hunter. 4 versus 5. Oops, tingnan natin sa lakas ng pakiramdam kung sinong susunod na mapipitas dito. Nag-drawing dito yung Tide Hunter. Binilugan yung mapa. Binilugan yung mina. Oy, hindi umabot yung avalanche. Yung kinapas ng konti. Panakot lang. Panakot lang. Takutin mo lang yung Tide Hunter. Kulit kinatakot yan. Ay, Papi. Malapit na rin sa kanyang dagger. Wala pa siyang ano. Wala pa siyang shards. And then 3-man smoke dito. Sa Tundra. Bait. Pinibait nila dito yung ano. Tide Hunter. Ito, Crystalis. Nagpapakita ba sa mapa? Ito, kita dito yung Enigma, no? Nakita dito. Oops. Crystalis mukhang mapipitas dito. Ito, bitaw na ng Hoodwink. Nakakombo. Tinama pa ng sharpshooter. Tinama pa ng araw. Lahat na. Pero napakatigas dito ng fudge na dahil na-activate niya yung flash shift niya. No, ginamit lahat ng skill. Pero tingnan natin kung ano i-reply dito ng Team Secret. Eto, nasa likod ng si Resolution na 50 seconds pa yung kanyang black hole. Nako, Nisha wala nang mana, bintawan ng papay ang kanyang chain pros and then nag-bounce at naka-send and Ravage. 1-man Ravage, 2-man ang tinamaan kasama din si Nisha. Tiny trying to escape pero tinamaan pa rin siya ng anong Hoodwink ng Bushwhack. As a 2-man down dito para sa Team Secret. Mirana, ginamitan na ng ulti. Eto, secure na. Nabasagin dito ang second tower ng Team Secret. Pag nabasag na yan, ako malayang malaya na. At makokontrol pa yung outpost dito sa baba, no? Ito na yung playground ngayon ng Tundra Esports. Napakalaki na. No? 60% ng mapa sa kanila na pag nangyari pa yan, no? Ito, 426 na lang HP ng Torre. Saglit na saglit lang to. Hindi naka-reply dun yung Team Secret dahil wala pang ulti yung Enigma. Yung Squirrel, ito, nangaasar lang si Saxa dito sa gilid. O pa bushwhack lang. Uy, nako.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ito na, mapipitas na dito yung tower. Mababasag na. Oops, high grounds. Uy, nagkagulatan. Tuman na avalanche dito. Dagger in dito yung Tuskar. Pipitas na si Pape. Then black hole, 1-man black hole. Naku, at sinabayan ng tulog ng Naga Siren. Ganun lang kinounter ng Tundra Esports itong ano natin Secret, pero mahuhuk dito ni Crystal sa Mirana at mapipitas. At 2-man down dito sa Team Secret at isa lang. Yung pusa lang yung napitas dito ng Team Secret, kapalit si Tiny at si Lich. Eto na nga, nag-drawing na dito yung Mirana. O taas naman, yung tayo sa taas. Wala na mga towers yan, no? Parang ganito rin ta. Deja vu. Ganyan na ganyan din eh, kanina. Sa laban. Ay, kagabi pala, kagabi. Eto na, Roshan, kinukuha na dito ng ano. Naku, alam ng Team Secret, naglalakad lang dito si Patch at nice armor na, nag-drag in at binitawan dito at snowball save. 3-man snowball dito at makakaligtas kaya mapipitas dito si Tiny. Naman ang sharpshooter ni Crystalis, kinapitan dito si Tuskar na force na palabas. Nako po, napakababa na ng HP dito ng Punch. And then Nisha wala nang mana, inactivate ng kanyang Bloodstone. Focus lang tayo sa Roshan. Sino makakuha? Aegis makakuha ng Tuskar at na-uppercut dito si Nisha. Wala na. At sumahok din si Crystalis, baka palit. Ayun na, ayos lang. Napalitan din yung ano, napitas ka agad yung Aegis, no? Aegis holder, pero ito Crystalis trying to escape as a 4-man down para sa Team Secret. Nako, napakaganda ng snowball na yon. Grabe, parang ganun tayo mag-Tuskar eh. Nakapag-Tuskar nga mamaya pa naglaro tayo. Na-inspire ako mag-Tuskar pag nakakita ko ng maganong save. Nasabayan ng snowball yung chain frost ng Lich. Grabe. The Naga Siren with Taras. Nako, nakakuha pa ng ano, Paladin Sword. Isusunod yun na yung BKB na bumili siya ng Windlace, pantakbuhan with a 426 base movement speed. Sayang dun, no? Dapat pa nag black hole tong ano, yung Enigma kasama yung Naga, no? Kasi kina-counter siya ng tulog or buuin niya muna yung BKB. Katulad yan, recipe na lang yung kailangan niya. Kanina ganun yung nangyari, na-counter ng tulog yung Naga Siren. Misha mag-isa sa mid. Nako, ay ito, tinamaan pa ng pana at sharpshooter. Rate pack binitawan na dito ng Tide Hunter. And then na-Lotus Orb. Na-Lotus Orb, nako, babalik ang snowball sa Tuskar. Pero tingnan natin kung ano yung mangyayari. Nako pa, mukhang mali dito yung ginawa ng ano. Masyadong na-expose si Nisha sa mid. Eh dahil seryo Tiny, tumandown dito sa Tundra. Nakapitas ng tatlo yung Tundra. Ako, mukhang hindi magandang idea na gamitin yung ano. Eto, mahuk si Tiny. Tingnan natin. Mahuk si Tiny, no? Si Tide Hunter. Tiny tuloy. Eto na, 45. Hindi na hinayaan dito makapag-push pa ng marami. Nakabasag, no? Sa tower, dami siya tinanggap dito. Yung illusion dito, ngumangat-ngat sa baba. Nakita nyo to?
Radiant's middle tower
Ang
has
tigas na ng illusion. 45 ulit para sa mga barracks.
are under attack.
Dito sa mid lane. Tuloy-tuloy lang dito yung Tundra Esports. Then alis ng konti. Yan ang mind games ng Dota. Yan yung mang-asar sa Dota. Okay na yan, nakuha na natin yung torre. Farm muna tayo ulit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yung masyadong pilitin. Naka, eto na naman tong words na to, na. Parang hindi masyadong nakakapag-word dito ang Team Secret.
bounty.
Natamad bumili ng wards. Oh, hindi nila alam kung saan ilalagay. Eto na, nag-smoke na dito. 3-man smoke dito ang Team Secret. Nakikita yung Tide Hunter. Eto, bait si Crystalis. Oops.
Not even my birthday.
Natalian sa puno. Binushwak. Pinitawan na yung tendril. Noong Tide Hunter, na-hook. Oops. Oops. 2-man Ravage. Abang lang. Nako, ang bilis na pitas dito na. Pero ito, pumasok na yung black hole. Pero nakapagbigay dito ng Tuskar. Then ito, binitaw na rin yung ang Chain Frost. Then nagpatulog dito yung Naga Siren. Wala ang combo dito ng Team Secret. Nako po. Asay 2-man down dito sa Team Secret. At masusunod si Pape. 3-man down. 4-man down. At si Nisha na lang natitirang buhay dito. Umaapir-apir pa. Magtitipi ka. So ito 5-man down para sa Tundra Esports. So cheer natin yan para umingay. You know, woohoo. Pag kiniklik nyo yan, umiingay.
Barracks are under attack.
Grabe. Yung counter initiation dito ng ano, yung patience ng Tundra Esports.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
Hintayin nyo, ilalabas yan yung black hole.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Kaso
attack.
pag black hole naman, nakapag-BKB na yung Naga Siren. No? At saka yung Tuskar. Outfarm na sila dito 25k net worth. Kasi 29k net worth.
Radiant's bottom
Lead,
barracks is
30k na. Ang Tundra Esports.
Radiant's top
Ganito
tower is
yung
under
nangyari.
attack.
Kagabi.
Radiant's bottom
Siguro
barracks
dapat
has
iban na,
fallen.
no? Ibaban kaya nito ni Pape yung Naga. Sige, hayaan lang natin. Mag-isip pa tayo ng ibang hero na makaka-counter sa Naga.
Radiant's top tower
Pero paano
is
mo ka-counterin yung Naga na ganyan na yung item? Pero meron pa dito natitirang third tower ng Team Secret. No, huwag ka susuko hanggat mega creep. Hanggat nandyan yung Asiat, huwag ka sumuko. Oh, Mirana nag-ulti. Ni Pape. Nilulur lang dito yung ano, nilalayo sa base. No? Isa yung strategy lang yan para i-delay ang pagpupush. Kaso hindi ubra yan dito sa ano. Pinilit. Nako, hindi siya. Toss back dito. Umikot dito sa Crystalis. BKB, bibitawan ba? Ayan na, nabitawan na yung BKB. And then ito, one-on-one sila dito ni Tide Hunter. With a pass load na wala masyadong damage na tinanggap dito. Hinihintay lang mawala dito yung BKB. Yung Crystalis sabay sa kanta papato. And then Ravage na naman, 2-man down dito. At pinatulog na yung Ravage na sabay ng tulog. Nice save. Wah. Ako po, eto na parang kakayanan nila sa crash dahil nakapag-BKB na dito yung ano, si Crystalis o si Pudge. Ito, mahuhuli dito si Tuskar. Tingnan natin kung ano mangyari. BKB isa, pero naman siya na-dismember the bushwhack. Ito yung acorn shot. Crystal is trying to save his own. Nako, hindi pa umabot. Mapipitas na dito si Crystal is followed up by Nisha. Hindi siya nag-buyback. At nako, ayan. Napitas din dito yung Tuskar. Pero kaso nag-buyback dito si Nisha. Go Tundra. Sa Team Secret lahat ah. Oh, marami nag-cheer sa Team Secret. Yan na uso yan ng quarantine. Nung TI-10. Itong bota na to. Kasi halos lahat nasa loob na ng bahay. Okay, 35-minute mark. Ano ng item na ito mga to? Tingnan natin. Why? May BKB na rin. Nakapag-dagger na dito si Lich. Pero wala pa siyang shard, no? Dapat makuha niya yung shards. Ito, 3 na yung naka-shards dito sa Tundra Esports. At dito si Enigma pa lang, no? Si Enigma pa lang yung naka-shards. Okay, 3-man smoke. Mukhang alam nila yung oras ng Ares. 10 seconds bago mag-response si Ares. Eto, magzo-zone muna dito yung Tundra Esports. Malamang sa malamang. Kaya nyo nga, pitasin tong ang pusa. Yung ravage is 19 seconds. Ako, magtataras na rin pala tong si Tide Hunter, no?
Got it.
Pako na ata na mangyayari. Naabangan to sa Roshpi. Ops. Tingnan natin, mukhang may mangyayari dito. Eto, nasa gilid lang. Huwag kang, inista na dito. Yung Tide Hunter. And then Pudge, naku, nanlalambot talaga si Pudge sa mga illusion.
Middle tower is under
Dapat
attack.
siguro magamit niya dito yung Eternal Shroud. Mag-ulti na yung Mirana. Oops, may tinamaan ng Acre Shot. Nag-abal si Tiny, walang tinamaan. Ang Squirrel. Nangungulit lang yung Squirrel. Atras muna. Maraming illusion. Atras muna.
Radiant's middle tower
Hindi
is under
sinabayan.
attack.
Hindi sinabayan ng Tundra dito yung yung Team Secret, no? Kuhaan to ng high grounds, eh. Tama. Alam nila na warded. Ops, meron dito. Yung Tide Hunter. Naka-force up. Ito, matutos siya pabrik dito sa harap nila Nisha at i-Crystallis. Tira natin kung ano mangyari. Tendril, binitawan na. Pudge, hindi pa rin binibitawan ng BKB. Hinihintay kung ano susunod na gagawin. Oy, binibit yung Ravage. Nisha. Makukulong ba sa Ice Shard? Na-uppercut dito si Nisha. Pero ito, nagla-lifesteal lang siya gamit ang Bloodstone. O, hindi muna, no? Timpi muna. Hindi nila binitawan yung BKB kasi alam nila yung kasunod niyan. Mapipilitan sila magkaroon ng clash sa area na yun pag nakita ng Tundra Esports na nagpop ng BKB tong mga to. No secret. Sabayan natin ang click yan. Ito na, 37,000 gold lead. Dito ang Tundra Esports.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Roshan is done by 37 minutes. Nakapag-TP out. Si Pape. Ano kaya yung susunod dito ni Pape na item? Ito, nangungulit lang talaga tong yung Squirrel. Ito, 4-man smoke. Ang Tundra Esports, tingnan natin kung sino mapipitas sila. Dadaan sila sa baba. Tapos magpapatulog to. Bago niya pasukin. Eto, nakita na. Hindi pa napapop yung smoke. Eto, kita ba? Patulugin mo na. Pasukin mo. Tulog. Eto, nakita sinagan na insert dito si Pudge. Na acorn shot, na bushwalk, tinamaan ng araw, na silence. At nako, napitas ka agad dito yung Tiny. Crystallis, hindi pa binibitawan ng kanyang BKB. Ayun na, binitawan niya na. Tide Hunter, naglalakad, magra-ravage ba na dismember dito? Lupage, BKB, Cerulean. Oops! 1-man black hole dito. At sinasabayan nga ng tulog. Nako, GG. Sinasabayan ng tulog dito. Yun lang ginagawa, no? Pagka black hole, tulog. Tulog. Mega clips na dito. Lamang na dito talaga ang Tundra Esports. Naka. I-check natin kung may mga buyback sa mga to. So, na-ravage na. 3-man ravage dito. Nag-buyback na si Enigma. Ito, buhay na rin yung binitawan na yung bounce. Paso, wala masyado naman. Naka-counter ng mirror image. Na-cancel dun yung yung chain frost ng Lich. At ito, Nisha trying to tank everything pero wala namang mangyari. Mapipinsar dito ang dalawang tier 4 tower ng Team Secret. Wala magsasabi ng GG. Ay na, GG has been called. Ang game 1 po ay mapupunta sa Tundra Esports. Oy, dalawang correct may kapalit yan na points. Ano ka? Ganun lang ginawa ng Tundra Esports. Ganyan din kagabi. Kahapon, pinapanood ko. Nadali sila ng pag ganon-ganon. Hintayin natin ang game number 2.
After 10 minutes, Secret, they didn't have a chance at all in this one, Fog.
It felt like even from lanes, right? The rotations from Saksa kind of putting on this pressure onto Nisha. This was a miraculous game, really, from Tundra, kind of setting the tempo super early on with the Naga Siren draft. When you're able to kind of get this type of lead early on, and you have a Naga, and you start realizing, hey, we're versus only magic damage, my Tide can just completely counteract it, you know?
Absolutely.
It's an excellent approach.
And I think what's going to feel really good for them is indeed it paid off. You know, as Aoi said, they wanted to try this game one, let the Lesh go through. They dealt with it, and they dealt with it phenomenally. There was no question about it. It was never going to be any sort of issue after a certain point, as Tundra looked terrifyingly good here in this game one of the Grand Finals. Back over to you guys on the panel.
Thank you very much, Odie, Pixel and Fox. Yes, Tundra executing psychological warfare here in game one. They let the Lesh through and they destroy it, and you saw Secret just walking off. That felt a little bit heads low. This is probably one of the most devastating first matches we've had at the Grand Finals at International.
And it looked really good at the start. In some ways,
I mean, they had 5 heroes.
Like, they did have 5 heroes. I mean, one of the plays that I was most excited for that game was when they came mid and ganked, and they managed to kill 9 on his Tusk. And in anticipation of his respawn, they thought he's going to move somewhere. So they smoked Zayat and Nisha to top lane, where they then do a counter gank on 9's respawn TP. And that was like, I was like, that's so cool. Like, they're really shutting down 9's Tusk this game. Like, Nisha's just following him around the map.
I don't know, I feel like, James, you're completely on point. This game is just devastating.
Bro, come on.
You're picking... You've been
Trust
given...
me, I've been in games like this, not at the international. But this is
similar.
A lot of what my MMR matches look like, and yeah, but you know, I still play more.
Cheap, Tigab, they've been given Lesh, they've been given Pudge, and this Naga is still not counterable. In the last series, they've been given Magnus, Monkey King. Like, you've been given these Empower heroes. Ember, I believe, was in that one as well. Like, you have just so much AoE damage to deal with these illusions. It just does not work. Lesh, however, they proved it here, right, T? It can be countered.
It can be countered, and I think right now for Secret, after this first game, it's identifying the fact that Tundra, they are this team that when they get into an aggressive position, they're going to hold it against you. Like this lineup from Secret, if you get out ahead in the laning phase, sure, you have the AoE damage from a Pudge and a Lesh, right? You can deal with the Naga Siren. But when you lose your early game, and Tundra is the best team in the world at just choking out, playing aggressive, not allowing you to cross the river, make any plays, and on top of that, 33, I know we kind of touched on it lightly, his itemization, he's identified the fact that if he gets a pipe, a Wraith Pack, even a Mage Slayer, I think Knoxville tweeted that is like the 5th time a Tidehunter has ever picked up Mage Slayer on this hero, like he can just stand up front. So now it's Secret, if they ever find the Tide, you can't kill him. If you then find anyone else, you're going to get a Naga Song. Like, it was just exceptional gameplay from them. But yeah, I think the Leshrac is the key story right now for this one.
Well, I think we need to know more about Leshrac, T.
Oh, yay.
Because will we see it again?
Oh, I mean,
tell us more.
Oh, tell us more. Well, of course. So Team Secret coming into this tournament, or at least into the playoffs, they'd beaten PSG twice in a row with the Leshrac. They had beaten Thunder Awaken twice in a row with the Leshrac. They were one of the best Leshrac teams in the tournament, but this game here is the first loss for Nisha on Leshrac, going now 4-1. Don't forget Tundra, they've not played any Leshrac at TI so far. They've not even touched it. They played it 6 months ago. So for Tundra to come into this Grand Finals, to give Secret one of their best heroes, beat them with it, potentially Tundra, it could slip into their hero pool throughout this Grand Finals.
Isn't there another team at TI?
It's quite a few.
That didn't play Lesh?
Yeah,
back in the day.
Back in the day, CDEC, they did not play Leshrac, and it cost them a TI win. It was pretty devastating, but looks like it's going to be the complete opposite story here.
It was also a very broken hero back in the day.
Yeah.
And it still is quite a broken hero. And luckily, Nine has played some Leshrac this week. He played 3 pub games on it. So this strategy from Tundra, give Secret Leshrac, beat them with the Leshrac, never play it at all. It could set up for some mind games going into game 2, maybe game 3, that Tundra surprises Secret with a, haha, we actually do play it type strategy. But maybe I'm kind of getting carried away there.
Well, it didn't work out in game 1. But do you think, Tundra, we talked about their map control. You know, they had really good vision. They strangle at the map. But one of the other things is this a counter to Leshrac as well. The fact that every single person you want to kill is just so hard, and they have backup, because you don't want to be chasing a Mirana. Hoodwink, gets into the tree line. You don't want to open up on the tide. So it seems like they're not only masters of the map, they're really masters of control. And Leshrac needs to go deep into the fights. And so what do? Get a blink?
Yeah, like Lich. Lich got himself a blink. Why not Lesh as well? Like blink on Leshrac is actually not that bad. It can happen later on in the game. They had different problems though. Like the initiation needed to happen after Ravage, post Ravage. That puts a lot of pressure on Rezo. Like you could see so many black holes that are targeted. Well, he catches a couple of heroes, but those heroes already pop the BKBs because he cannot wait. He knows that if he waits, the Ravage is there. His teammates are already dying. Leshrac, so many times he goes in, and he's the sole hero that's hitting the raid pact.
Tough. But of course, Team Secret will take a moment backstage. They're going to have a little bit of time to kind of regroup and pick up their heads. But we did hear from Team Secret earlier as Avo sat down with them before the grand finals.
Welcome, Team Secret, to the round table. Are you guys ready for the grand final?
I'm ready. Nisha was the first one that answered. It's good, why everybody looking at me for?
Let's get started with the actual questions. A lot of teams, they talk about how losing makes them stronger because they get to learn about their weaknesses, when a team figures them out. Are you guys worried that they can just figure you out at the right moment and then it'll be too late to learn from it?
Yeah, Nish.
Yes.
I'm worried. I'm actually worried. I mean, in Secret, if you lose with one hero, you're not picking it again. That's the law. So it might be hard.
Come on. Don't ruin the hero.
Removed from the pool.
Do you feel like the underdog to a degree?
We are underdogs. Okay. There's no question about it.
Okay. Let's talk about the addition of Rezo to the team. You guys have been playing together as a duo for a while, haven't you?
Since the VP times, yeah. We were together in VP, we were together in Hellraisers, now here.
Raise some hell.
Is it true that you guys were marketing yourself as a duo when you guys were both looking for a team? Like you were looking to lane together?
Yeah, I literally made that tweet that the best duo offlane was looking for a team.
And it worked?
Not a single request was from that tweet. Nobody reached out. They're like, yeah, whatever. Who are these guys? I mean, I think it's both the view on the game that we're sharing and outside of the game. Like we share a lot of life understanding, some certain things, and it's very easy to talk to. So it just kind of was a very obvious way for us to go from that point on.
Is it true that you guys speak Russian to each other in the lane during the game?
Yes, it is true.
So half the team speaks English to each other and the other half speaks Russian?
Yeah, it's just the laning. Yeah.
Oh, just the laning.
But sometimes we are switching lanes, so I'm laning with the Clement and it kind of break the rules,
And I'm playing with Remco and speaking English also. Yeah. So when you do things, you do what's comfortable, right? It doesn't bother us that they're speaking Russian. To be fair, it's even a benefit, because we can zone out of it.
Yeah.
Not me, I actually hear it. But for Remco's sake and stuff like that, he doesn't even hear anything what's going on. Yeah. I mean, he also has problems. Well. He also understands what's going on, kind of.
He's not hearing anybody.
So to be fair, only Remco doesn't understand what's going on. We're all here, and we kind of get it.
Let's talk about Chrysalis as well. Remco, yeah?
Remco, yeah.
Yeah. You guys have both previously stated how he's a wild stallion, and you had to break him a little bit in the beginning.
Wild stallion, what?
I
had no idea.
Okay, not that kind of wild stallion. He's his own person, Puppy. You talked about that.
Yeah,
yes. Sorry, maybe I went a little bit too poetic.
At Riyadh or?
Yeah, it was a Riyadh.
That one. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, how's the relationship evolved going towards TI?
No, I mean, it's still the same. I don't think much has changed at all. It's just still a bit of goofing. We clicked. It just kind of works. Yeah. I'm usually a bit more of a clown, I guess, at times. Well, whatever.
I mean, I could tell you a billion Remco stories. What
does it mean to you to be able to play in the grand finals?
I get a chance to fulfill my dreams and my goals. To me, TI is always a celebration. I just completely enjoy all my days here, including the finals or not, I'm just happy to be playing the high level of Dota.
Puppy, you've been to 3 TI grand finals. What advice would you give your fellow teammates?
My advice has always been there every day, and it doesn't matter if you're playing first match of TI or last match of TI. It's the same thing,
Just play the game of Dota that you're playing for how many, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever. but just play the game and do your best and be in the moment, be in the present moment, just give it your best.
Are you excited to play in front of a crowd? Does it add to the experience to you?
When they start chanting like some names of the team, usually the enemy team, it's fun. It gets better, you know?
The enemy team. Please, crowd cheer for
It gives me
Nisha.
energy, you know? To, you know, prove them wrong, kind of.
Okay.
But it's fun, I guess, yeah.
Crowds are awesome. And especially if they do some awesome things in there, like, I don't know, remember like that Enigma doing the black hole that was happening in Benaroya Hall back in, I don't know, second TI, I think. The crowd brings a lot of good energy.
You always feel it, like, you know, even if you're completely zoned in the game, you still feel the, I don't know, sounds, the even like vibrations on the ground and stuff. You know, all of the people are watching, and not only on stream, like, you know, thousands on stream, but here, literally here, and it's a very different experience.
I like to enjoy crowd because I like to scream at enemies when I'm killing them. Because after the scream, I can cool down. It's much easier. That's why I like crowd, because they're screaming. I'm like, oh, hello, and we go next.
Thank you, Team Secret, for talking to me. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, it was a pleasure. Let's go.
That's the way to go.
Welcome back to the panel. Yes, I was a bit concerned for Secret coming off of game one, of course, and how they kind of looked, but actually kind of seeing that video feel really wholesome. I think like this is a team that actually get on so well and could definitely come back. And the talks of the crowd being amazing and how Zayat wants them, and Singapore has been amazing this tournament. But any takeaways from the interview?
We heard more words from Nisha in that one interview than we did in the entirety of the DPC season. So I think that was the best content piece that I've watched from Secret.
I know, right? Doing my research for TI, I was just like, Nisha. There's nothing. Moving on.
What was his comment? It was in Secret, if we lose with a hero, we don't pick it again.
Yeah.
So that whole Leshrac piece that we did earlier, you can just ignore this kind of Leshrac
That's also
piece.
very interesting because that's not usually how Secret was, how Puppy is. Like, if you remember back in the day, he was known as that stubborn captain. If he picks a hero, he's going to stick with it no matter what, if he thinks that it's good.
Yeah, and I remember actually talking to Dendi, and he was like, I play what Puppy tells me to. You know, even if I don't think, you know, it's okay, Puppy says, I have to do. But let's check in as we wait for the second game to get ready. Let's check into the arena with Slacks.
Yes, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We are still here in the crowd for Grand Finals Day. We still awake, crowd? Oh, fantastic. Now, I do have a very rare opportunity. These were the first things that sold out at the Secret Shop. These are the trap... Oh, my God, don't show that. Valve promos, man. Very rare. We're going to give these away in a little trivia contest. Now, people get a little nervous in front of the camera, so we're going to do what I like to call crowd trivia. It's basically trivia for dumbos. Now, I'm not going to say that, but all right. Anyway, very easy trivia. Anybody in here a large? A large? Anybody a large? All right. Hello, sir. What is your name?
Tom.
Tom. What's your gamer tag?
My gamer tag?
Yeah.
It's on his shirt. Here we go.
That's Papa Virgin.
Call me Papa.
All right. Well, that ain't changing anytime soon. Trivia question for you, my friend. All right. This is very hard. What team is Heen associated with?
Oh, God. That's a tough one.
Don't you? What?
Secret.
Secret! That's not Team Secret! Ah, there you go. One loud shirt. There you go. We got a medium. Now, this man helped me corral some fans earlier, so get your butt over here. This is practice content. All right, this is tough. How do you spell Leshrac?
Leshrac.
I actually don't know how to spell Leshrac, so here you go. Enjoy. All right, small. Hello, sir. You look trustworthy. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good.
Fantastic. All right, sir. I haven't really thought of a question. Okay. Who's your favorite caster, OD or Fog? Now, there is a correct answer. They're right there next to us. OD or Fog?
There's only one, sir. Fog!
Whoa! Wow, that's great. Unfortunately, incorrect, though. So we'll have to go to another. No, just kidding. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And everybody here, by the way, these are the primo seats, right behind the casters, right when everybody walks out. These were the guys that came in first. So give it up! And yes, we're still quite awake over here, so we'll pass it back to you guys. Keep doing your panel thing, all right? You guys give it up.
Thank you, Slacks, as he rejoins the crowd to cause more carnage. Have you seen OD Pixel Cast, by the way? It's one of the best things, because those are the primo seats, as Slacks called it, but he is so animated, and Fog just kind of stands there.
It's all the hand movements. It's really feeling and like part of the game.
It's really good that they're standing behind OD. If it was Cap, someone might get wet as well, you know.
That's true.
This could happen. Yes, so we're going to be getting the players out for game number 2, Secret versus Tundra. And still, the storyline is Tundra dominating game 1. And Sheeps to kind of talk about, you know, really how they put down the, not only just their opponents, but put down the lock on the map. What were they doing, Tundra?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I really liked how they utilized their fat tide. They brought him away from the bot lane when around 14 minutes when he finished his Wraith Pact and used his Ravage to kill the Leshrac, and this opened up the mid tower for them. And they were able to get a deep ward in the enemy's triangle during this move, which is like, it's very valuable, because then they move into the bot side of the map, and they know how much they can poke and dive this tier 2 tower given the information they're getting from their vision. And by combining this with having 2 high damage supports in the Mirana and Hoodwink, it meant that they were able to assassinate and kill people without even the help of their cores. So they're just constantly applying pressure and kill threat to Secret all the time.
That pressure is constantly enabled by the Naga as well. Those pesky illusions like Rezo, that wasn't a game for him. Why? Because there's always one pesky illusion following him around, breaking his blink dagger, hitting him. Like, by the time he gets rid of the illusion, the team fight is already kinda over. And Mirana plus Naga, like this combo, it needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, the position 5 Mirana, it's only Tundra doing it, and it's the fact that in all of their drafts as well, they've got the Brood or a Spirit Breaker, the Enigma, like they've always got an element of just map pressure that other teams haven't been able to kind of replicate in their games. And yeah, this is why Secret in this gap, or this break at least from game 1, they need to identify how do we want to prevent Tundra having that map pressure.
Well, we'll have to see as we're going to be getting ready for game 2. As you can see, the teams have now joined us on stage. And of course, we talked a little bit about Tundra, just how they're locking down the map. It really seems like they figured their opponent out, at least in terms of game 1. And actually, we're going to hear from Tundra about their opponents, Team Secret.
I think Team Secret is a very formidable opponent because I think they've defined their roles for each other very well. And they know exactly what to expect from each other. I mean, obviously, they have Puppy. So, like, it kind of goes without saying, honestly. It doesn't need to be explained. And by this point, it's also for Nisha as well. It's just such an amazing player. If you were just to think of each of their player, not even looking at any particular game, you kind of have an idea of what each hero will play. Nisha will generally play like a very high damage hero, and then Crystallis will either be some sort of utility or counter pick for the lane, and same thing with the Resolution. They know their lane matchups very well. It's like they play these stupid combos that you feel like the lane shouldn't be strong, but then they know something about it a bit more than you do, or like the synergy is a bit better, that they manage to win these lanes, and like suddenly like they have very good synergy in the game.
The last time we played them in a group stage where we 2-0'd them, I think they messed up their drafts in both of their games, so I don't think we actually got to play the real Secret.
Like going into this match against them, I think we are kind of on even grounds. Like both of us have kind of, since that match, both of us have kind of gone through a win streak. Yeah, I think we are on even footing, and just excited to see how the game will play out.
Really interesting there that Tundra, despite, I feel, a lot of fan favorites, people, you know, I would say pros favorites actually. I would say maybe Secret could be fan favorites, but Tundra could be the pros favorites, because we heard from Seb and Notel earlier, and they kind of picked Tundra to go forward, but they're actually saying in the interview there that they feel that they're on even ground.
They're just being humble, you know. Dota pro players, like, very rarely do you hear someone say, yeah, I'm gonna own you, I'm much better. Like, we have a couple of those, but not too many. However, Tundra, I believe they shouldn't be as humble. The way that they're playing, it's magical.
Well, you've heard from us, and soon we'll hear from the casters, because we're ready to go into game number 2 of the Grand Finals.
Secrets turn to ban.
Eto na. Game number 2.
Secret versus Tundra. Finals. Game. Dire must choose. Radiant must choose.
Marcy ang first pick natin dito. Para sa Tundra Esports. Ano kayong susunod nila dito, no? Ang tanong dito para sa game number 2 is kung yung mga pickings ng secret ay magbabago. Flash rock pa rin. Ayan na nga yung sinasabi na si Papay ay napaka-stubborn na captain. Eto ang laruin mo. Eto yan. Eto. Flash rock pa rin. So, makakita pa rin tayo dito ng same draft ng mga heroes na magbabago lang ng konti. Enchantress. Ayan na.
Oh, very cute.
Inunahan ng Tuskar. Iba ba kaya nila dito yung Naga Siren? Ilang beses sila nadali ng Naga Siren, no? Ng Tundra Esports. Nadadali lagi yung Team Secret.
10 seconds remain.
Ito si Marcy kasi napakaganda na itong hero na to. Kasi kahit sino i-partner mo dyan na hero, bagay, no? Kaya niya mag-save, kaya niya mag-initiate, kaya niya mag-support ng lifesteal. At the same time, yung ulti niya, no? Pwedeng panakot. At pwede ring pang-kill. No? BKB lang. BKB sabay masahe. Masahe ni ate. Ate Marcy. Uy, Visage.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Aha. Ang magandang iban siguro nila dito is Beastmaster, etong Visage sigurado offlane na to. Yan yung mag-offlane dyan. Pwede silang iban ng isa pang mas strength. Yung mga Earth Spirit. Kung may nag-Earth Spirit dito sana. Or i-open lang nila. Siguro ba nila yung mga hero na may mga big time ultimates katulad ng mga silencer. Yan. Red Ball. Tide Hunter, no? Baka ma-open pick. Ito naban ulit yung no, Monkey King, no? Dahil si Crystallis, na medyo matindi mag Monkey King yan. Kasi nga, sino kaya iba ba nila? Reserve time.
It is Radiant's ban.
Bloodseeker. Sand King. Support. Hulaan natin ang posibleng maban.
10 seconds.
Witch Doctor. Binaban pa Witch Doctor?
5 seconds.
Primal Beast. Beastmaster. Kasi pwedeng mag-mid yung mga dalawang heroes na yun. Kaso mahirapan yung Beastmaster pagka mid.
Dire's turn.
Uy, binan nila yung Merana. Dispose, sabay arrow. Binana nila yung Naga Siren din pala. Eto na, last ban dito para sa Tundra. Ban nyo Enchantress para mainis si Papay.
10 seconds. It is Radiant's ban.
A World Enchantress appeared. Ay, binan nila yung Beastmaster. Nakahula tayo ng isa. Beastmaster. Dito, ang baban na dito ng secret. Yung mga kanina. Mga nampepesa sa lane.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds
Ito malas mga message sa linya to Visage, no? Lalo pag nakapag-rate pack na. Nanghirap din kasi takasan ng grade chill na movement speed. Slow ka, and then susundan ka ng dalawang panike, i-stunning ka. Alam yung mga magagaling mag-micro. Paisip pa yung Team Secret dito kung sino yung ibaban. Pang mid kaya pa ba nila? Pak.
Radiant's
Luna.
turn to pick.
Ano ba sila ng carry? Ito. Tingnan natin ang third pick dito ng Team Secret. Enchantress. Magnus. Tapos dalawang strength
10
na.
seconds remain.
Viper.
5 seconds.
Draw Ranger. Mga umaga pa kay Draw Ranger.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Chen. Oy, Jackie Chen. Hero ni Pape.
Ten seconds.
Pug na.
5 seconds remain.
Ano pwedeng i-pick ng ano? Sa mga nakakaasar na hero. Pug na. Lion. Pug na. Uy, Chaos Knight. Naka. At sunod pa ng Phoenix. Woohoo! Makita tayo dito na snapper. Magka-dagger lang tong Chaos Knight. Sigurado na to. Mag-i-snowball na to. Snowball.
5 seconds.
Ganyan lang. Puti ka. Natok tayo sa kape ah. Kulang sa tapang. May kailangan ma-burst nila dito yung ano. Yung supernova ng Phoenix. Yan yung pinakaisa sa ano. Panigurado yan. Isa sa mga ng hero na pang-on-rise. Snapfire, no? Yung third skill. Yung rat-rat ni Lola. Kaso tingnan natin kung mapapasok. Mapapasok ba? And then Tide Hunter. Paano nila i-counter nito? Pwede to ES. Pwede rin sila mag-Tide Hunter as offlane. And then yung carry. Kailangan may sapat na ano, na attack speed. Tulad nila Ursa. Yan. Overpower.
It is Dyer's
Ursa. Uy, bristle ba? Interesting. Next na ban. Ito, ibaban nila na ito ng Tundra Sports yung may mga ano, mabibilis na attack speed.
10 seconds.
Para maprotektahan yung itlog.
5
Pwede rin Mars.
seconds remain.
Dito sana. Kaso walang attack speed yung Mars.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Pango? No. Sayang yung ano. Ba't Pango yung binan? Mid lane.
Dyer's turn to ban.
Viper. Yan. Tumama rin tayo na mababan yung Viper. Venomancer. Ibaban din. Venomancer, no? Tingnan natin kung ano yung mangyayari dito sa game number 2.
10 seconds remain.
Carry. Carry na lang ang ano dito ng ano,
5
Team Secret.
seconds remain.
And then sa Tundra Esports, it's yung mid lane nila, no? Malamang dito, ibaban nila dito susunod, Lanaya. Pwedeng ano, o Templar Assassin. Ang ibaban o mapipik dito ng Tundra Esports. O isa pang AOE. Pop. Dream Coil Supernova. Pero tingnan natin kung anong i-reply.
Radiant's turn to
Bat
ban.
Rider. Tingin ko last pick dito ng Tundra Lanaya. Itong dalawang hero na to, pa nagsama pa to mamaya, yung lifesteal nito. Nako.
5 seconds. Dire must choose.
Hoodwink. Ba? Binansi Hoodwink. Eto na. Ay, Arquarde. Ba? Nako po. Mahirap-hirap to.
Seconds.
Grabe yung hero composition dito ng ano.
5 seconds
Ng Tundra.
remain.
Tundra. Ito carry. Sino carry nyo? Juggernaut. Draw Ranger open. Bihira natin makita si Juggernaut. Ano nila pipili niya? Malamang ano yan. Draw Ranger. Uy, Morphling.
Who will enforce your will upon the
Eto na.
battlefield today?
Good luck, good luck, good luck. Sa game number 2. Oh! Morphling meat. Bristleback carry. Akala ko offlane tong Bristleback. Nakatagilid yung Chaos Knight, no? Ayan yung effect ng ano. Eto. Yung golden na yan. Pag meron ka immortal niya, nakatagilid yung ano. Yung Chaos Knight. Nakikita na naman natin yung ano, signature hero ni Papay, no, si Chen. Alright. Ilang segundo na lang, mag-uumpisa na to. Siyempre, magpipredict tayo. Nakadalawang tama tayo kanina. Dito is in favor of Tundra Esports, no? 1-0. Nadali sila ulit ng Naga Siren, no? Ngayon naman, ang tingnan natin to. Kung anong gagawin dito ng bagong strat ng Tundra Esports. Eto na nga. Ang ating game number 2. Four wins in a row as Marcy. Wait. Naglalaro to sa pub. By 10 minutes. Sino kaya? Malamang Arc Warden. Nisha tayo. Let's go for Sheena. For Nisha. How long will the game be? 40 to 60 or 37? Yan. 37 to 44 tayo. Magic or pure damage? Winning Phoenix na. Kaso may pure damage eh. Ito tayo. Oh, eto na. Nag-5 on smoke dito yung Tundra at punta na sa baba. Which team will win? Siyempre, Team Secret tayo. Ito na. Tama na. No more fooling around. Panoorin natin kung anong mangyayari dito sa baba na 5-man smoke. Nasa baba dito si Pape. Nice smoke break na dito. Nakaramdam na dito ang Tundra Esports. Paikot-ikot dito yung Phoenix. Hindi kita yan kasi gabi. Uy, alam nila. Ops, nag-wards. Kita dito si Nisha. Sentry. Blind spot po yan. Blind spot yan.
The dusk is always ready for
Gabi kasi, no, bago mag-umpisa yung laban, gabi muna. Tulad dito.
Those who bear witness will not soon forget that which transpires.
Grabe. Tagdalawa ulit. bigayan lang na hindi nila naramdaman, no? Na may words dito. Oh. Nautakan. Line spot kasi dyan kanina, gabi. Tingnan natin itong matchup sa baba, no? Uy. 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 Lakas mong asar nun, ah. Si Saksa, nangaasar. So, last hit and then net worth ang tinitingnan natin dito. So, 10 minutes ang pusta natin ay nakay Nisha. Pero nangunguna na dito si Arc Warden sa early phase ng game. Tingnan natin kung naka magic wand. Wala pa. Ito, pero may magic stick dito. Hindi nawawala yung eto, no? Paboritong item talaga to. Blightstone na deny dito yung long range na crit. Naku po. Dito papay may kinuha na creeps. Na na-insert dito si Marcy. Tingnan natin kung magkatanggap ng maraming damage. At wisik-wisikan mo lang. Matotodas yan. Naku. Kaso hindi kinaya yung damage na itong Soul Assumption na napakataas. Double kill dito. Para sa pag ganun lang, no? Grabe yung Soul Assumption nito pag nagkaroon na, lalo na pag na-pull yung charges.
I think not.
Hindi naka-reply doon na maganda-ganda yung Lalo po si Marcy mamaya maglalagay pa na itong sidekick para sa lifesteal. Hinahagis-hagis na si Bristleback at tumalon. Nag-acrobatics. Ito yung nakakaasar dito kasi merong Orb of Venom, no? May slow yung May nakapatay dito ng courier sa taas, no? Ito naman ang silipin natin. Resolution.
Unworthy.
A slash rank. Dito buhay na buhay dito yung Chaos Knight na wala itong magiging masyadong problema kasi ito may heal to sa Sunray mamaya itong Phoenix. And then ito para sa attack speed, no? And then DPS, no? Si Phoenix ay isa sa may pinakamataas na DPS na mga hero, sa mga hero. Lahat ng skill niyan may bawas. May damage per second yan. Lahat ng skill niya. Kaya dati first item lang nito Veil of Discord Then backpacka na. Okay na yan. Then nauso yung Meteor Hammer, no? Ang gagawin, mag-i-Icarus dive tapos i-Meteor Hammer yung tower. So ngayon may gumagawa pa rin hanggang ngayon. Silip tayo sa mid. Nisha versus Arc Warden. O, tingnan natin yung last hit, no? Hindi nagkakalayo nung 19, parehas 19. Nakatatlong deny dito si Nisha. Inista na deny. Wait. Gravity. Ganun-ganun lang, ha? Tapos dinadrag nila dito sa side na to para hindi makuha yung aggro ng tower. Oops, ano natin? Playing aggressive. Nisha makakuha yung long range na crit. Naka-max agi siya dito, no? 69 agility. Oops, at hindi kinuha. Hindi na tinuloy dito nung Arc Warden yung pagkuha ng runes. Alam niya yung mangyayari, no? Cooldown na kaagad yung waveform.
Backwash. This one walks towards the dark.
May nakuha. Killing spree. Naku, napatin mo ka, nahihirapan dito sa Crystallis sa baba. Hindi nila natodas yung Marcy. Almost. Yung tinatawag na muntik na. Uy! Muntik ni. Uy, makakuha yung bandera eh. Then ito si Tuskar, dinadrag lang yung mga creeps dito. Babalik yan dito sana. Yan ang madalas gawin. Para makuha yung XP dito yan. Hanggang dito. So makakuha sila dito ng XP at saka gold. Huwag mo muna atakihin ng atakihin. I-sure mo yung, hindi niya naman shot. Na-deny niya yung bandera. Eto, nag-words na dito yung Phoenix. Tingnan natin dito ang bakbakan ulit sa baba. Level 5 na dito si ano. Tumambling na. Ganun lang pinitas, no? Nakaka ano kasi yung grave shield. And then yun, pero si Marcy napakababa ng buhay at nawisi ka ni Griselback.
You make a right pincushion.
Grave chill, ano? Ayan yung nadidrain. 25% ng movement speed, maximum is 30%. 221 lang dito yung movement speed ng BB. Pero baliwala yan mamaya na pagka nagkaroon siya ng warpat. Kakaroon pa rin siya ng ano dito. So ito yung pangalawang game, no? Halos parehas. Parehas na strength yung nasa carry dito ng Team Secret. Kanina strength type din, no? Si Pudge. Ayan ngayon, ito naman si BB. Ito bakbakan dito. Uy, blind spot. Nakita kaya? Tinitingnan ko yung mga stock. Ayun, daming stock ko. 1, 2, 3. Oo, sabay kukunin sa ano. Kukunin ng Arc Warden. Oops, balik lang dito sa poste. Ayan na. Takbo! Takbo, mabilis! Ito na, bumakap na dito yung ano, Phoenix. Pero nag-ano, Icarus Dive palabas. Pero makukuha siya dito sa Ice Shards. Tingnan natin kung mapipilas siya ni Nisha. Yes, sir! Eto, nagtipi na rin dito yung...
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
Naka.
A story written in blood.
Hindi nagtuloy-tuloy dun yung ano, strength shift. Parang inano yung Nisha, tinigil. Dahil nabangan niya yung waveform niya na magko-cooldown na. Ayan, hindi siya tuloy nakatakas. Level 6 na dito yung Visage. Mukhang buo na. Ang buo na ata yung Vladimir's. Ayun na nga. Eto na, 7-minute mark. Bago mag 8 minutes, nakaipon na ng Vladimir tong ano. Visage. Oh, napakahirap pati ng mga paniki na to. At nakakaasar pa nga. Check natin yung net worth. 3,600. Parehas na, konting-konti lang yung nilamang, no? 10 minutes, meron pa tayong 2-minute mark. Ito, nakakita yung mga...
Dire's top tower is in danger.
Sayang. Hindi na huli. Ito, makikita dito ang stacks. Ang Tundra, no? Ito, pinasok nito sa tapat. Ito yung Phoenix, mga mapipitas na naman. May stun pa, na-connect dito yung stun ng Leshrac. At ito na, napitas nila yung ano. Yung Phoenix. Ito, nakita ni Mana. Farmin nyo. Uy! May pusta ako dyan. 10 minutes. Ang farm ka, Nisha. Hindi ito, basagin na lang natin tore. Nagtipi na yung mga kalaban. Hindi na dinef. Ito na, tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari. Meron pa tayo dito nalalabing 1 minute and 5 seconds para malaman kung sino may highest network sa 10 minutes. Ako, kulang ng 200. Tingnan natin kung aabot ng 200. Ito, nakita yung mga stocks dito. Ito, nakakuha ng neutral item dito yung ano. Arc Warden, no? 4,500 na, mukhang nakamidas na. Ngayon na nga. Mali yung ano natin, no? Dapat talaga umano tayo sa Arc Warden.
Dire should look to their bottom tower.
Yan ang pag-snowball, no? Yung snowball ng Arc Warden pag nakamidas. Ito, bakbakan dito. Ito, nag-snowball si... Ano, kaso hindi kaya. Naka, mali tayo. Si Arc Warden ang nanalo. Konti lang eh.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
300 lang. Okay, silip tayo dito. Mga may mapipitas ni Papay dito. Si ate mo Marcy. Ito na yung space. Ano nangyari? Dahil basag na yung top, no? Makakapaglaro na dito ang Team Secret sa jungle ng kalaban. Pero ito malapit na rin to sa ano, rate pack. Kapag offlane talaga ngayon, ang inuuna lagi rate pack. Napaka-OP ng item na yan, no? Lalo mapupunta pa dyan sa ano, Visage. Ops, ninadrag lang yung creep wave, kaso nakuha yung aggro sa mid. Ganyan lang mag-farm. Ganyan lang kadali mag-farm. Uy, tinitipan dito si Crystallis. With Vanguard na yan. Susunod niya na yung Magic Wand. Uy! Teka. Ano ng aswang? Grabe yung words ng ano, Tundra Esports. Sa 2, 3, 4. So yung kalahati ng ilog, nakokontrol na nila. Ito, pinipwersa na ng Team Secret tong mid ng ano. Binitawan na ang Fortify ng Tundra. Hindi ka kita dyan. Tago ka lang dyan sa likod ng tower. Ito na yung Super Friends ni Pape. Kaso madali itong makaunter ng ano, Midas. Midas na itong ano, Arc Warden. Tingnan natin. Ito malapit na. Buo na rin pala yung ano ito, Armet of Mortigan. Got it. Sinusunod nila lagi itong Windlace, no? Hindi sila nawawalan ng Windlace. Laging may Windlace.
The dusk is always ready for a fight.
Nakita dito si Tuskar at nagtod pa. Uppercut. And then Nisha, tinan natin yung item ni Nisha. Ito, mukhang buo na yung kanyang Dragon Lance. Ayun pala, yun yung courier niya. Papunta na yun, Dragon Lance na. At isusunod niya dito ay Yasha Manta. Uy, ganun lang mag-deward, Eto sa baba. Nag 3-1 smoke dito ang Tundra. Mukhang pipitasin dito si Crystallis. Kaso wala na dyan. Wrong number. Wrong call. Pitasin nyo na lang yung Torre. Wala rin naman pala dito mapapala. Hindi mapipitas yung Bristleback. Ibasagin na lang natin yung tower. Oops, hindi siya makakasulubong si Marcy. Kita ka dyan. Ayan na. Nawala na yung smoke. Oops, tinakot lang. Silip-silip na si Marcy. Illusion. Ito ginamit ng illusion. Ito yung Morphling, wala pa siyang lifesteal, no? Pagka carry yung Morphling, lifesteal lagi inuuna. Pero ito, pag mid yung Morphling, yan, Dragon Lance, isunod mo yung Yasha, then Manta. Okay na yan. So, maganda makuha niya dito. Pagka nag-replicate siya, it's either si Arc Warden, no? Para sa attack speed, dagdag attack speed. Kaso double blade kasi yung attack speed nila. Pag yung mga kalaban kasama mo dun sa loob, may mga attack speed din yun. Uy! Nag-drop na Fairy Fire. Chaos Knight nag-ulti. Pabait. Nag-smoke ops, alam nilang illusion. Alam nila nag-farm. Ito, pumasok na dito ang Team Secret. Na smoke break, alam nila may tao. Ito, mahuhuli si Marcy na walang matatalo na uppercut. Ito, sundan pa ng mga group. 3 hero ang nasa harap ni Marcy dito. And then ito, si Nisha, mukhang sinisilip dito yung Phoenix. Try niya i-solo kill. Ito, RS na kaagad. Ganun lang. Ganun na yung gagawin, sabay RS na kaagad. No? With the 14 minutes mark, bago mag 15 minutes, nag-RS na kaagad tong ano. Dahil sa minus armor na itong BB. Then Phoenix. Akala ko mag-i-stick. 14 minutes and 46 seconds na Roshan down. Eto, grabe yung ano, snowball ng guard ng ano, ng Arc Warden, no? 8,200. Hindi pa nakakapatayan. Kung nakakapatayan na, nasa 9,000 na yung network neta. Yan na, meron na siyang Maelstrom. Ito, mukhang magkakaroon dito ng 4-man smoke. Yun na nga.
There is little hope for
Habang
Radiant's
gumagawa
middle
sila ng
tower.
space dito para sa Arc Warden, itong 4 munang gagawa ng place. Ito, makikita ata dito si Pape.
Balance the scale.
Alam nila. Tumatalon-talon si Marcy, inuubos yung ano, Super Friends. Ito, wala na, na-expose na dito yung ano. Wala magde-dep dito sa
Radiant should look to their
sa
middle
first
tower.
tower sa mid, pero meron silang fortify. Tingnan natin kung ipo-fortify. Pinabayaan na. Hindi na sinayang yung fortify.
Radiant's middle tower is no more. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Naku, magsasabayan na.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Sabay kuha ng outpost. Eto. Ganito rin yung mga nangyari kanina nung game 1 eh. No? Maaga nakuha ng secret yung mga second towers, pero kalaunan ng late game, hindi na nila kinakaya. No? Yung mga draft ng heroes kanina to Saksa trying to scout. Naglagay ng
Radiant
wards.
should look to their middle tower.
Tandaan nyo kung saan nilalagay yung wards. Gagayahin natin yan pag naglaro tayo. Eto. Ang ganda lagi ng words dito ng ano, ng Tundra, no? Ito, ang words naman nito ng secret, napaka-specific, no? Kung saan talaga yung ano. Uy, mukhang makikita dito si ano. Ito, nag-smobile na nga si ano. Papunta sa Warsi, mapipitas, maperkat.
Mad song.
Resolution with Bloodstone. With 1,900 HP. Ito, sasaglitin niya lang to. Pagkagabi guys, huwag nyo kakalimutan, take advantage ng terrain, no? Kasi maraming blind spot yan. Mas madali mag blind spot paggabi. Hoy, nagpiping. Eto na. Konti na lang. 1,400 na lang ang inihintay dito ni Nisha para sa kanyang ano, mantas tayo.
Is under attack.
At ito, pinupwersa na yung baba. 45, binitawan na ng Tundra. Pinatigas na at mga 3-man heroes ang nandito. Tingnan natin kung sino ang mahuhuli dito. Hindi pa natin nakikita sa bakang aksyon. Itong Marcy, level 7. And then level... Uy, kami-hami, wave ng creeps. Ito, binibigyan pa nila ng space dito yung Arc Warden na merong 10,000 network lead. Oh, 2,000, no? 10,000. Mas 2,000. Ito, konti na pala. 1,000 lang yung nilalamang. Ay, nakakuha pa ng groove bow dito yung Morphling. Kalma muna, kalma. Wala sila sa mapa. At ito, nag-drawing dito yung ano, Tuskar. Try natin ikutan. Nandito yan. Kinuha nila ulit yung outpost. Pero ito, no? Hindi nila alam na may warded dito. Tsaka sa triangle nila. Crystallis, eto na. BKB na rin. Eto, nagpiping dito sa outpost. Tsaka sa maliit na camp. Ang Team Secret. They're trying to gank the top lane. Kita ba? Ito, nakita nga. Oops! Gleipnir na dito yan. Tapos sa 2-man dito ang mag-Gleipnir. Walang inabot dito yung snowball. Naka. Hindi na lang illusion, no? 300 yan eh. 300 gold yan. Well, ano ang laman ng courier na yan, no? Merong Grubo tsaka Magic 1. Mga pipilas. Ito, Marcy, makikita dito ni Pape. Marcy is trying to escape. Nandito lang malapit sa tatalo na ng makakampi. Makakapag ano to. Nakakatumbling. Okay, yung slide kita dito. Grabe critical. 680 plus. Ito na flash na dito. Ang BB trying to chase. Chaos Knight na to na uppercut na reality rip dito. Ang mapipitas kagad dito yung Morphling. Mawawala dito ang kanyang BKB. Ay, ang kanyang Aegis. And then Crystallis chasing Phoenix pero nag-supernova. Out muna. Out. Huwag yung sabihin yung supernova. Ito, bakbakan na ulit. Bakbakan na ulit. Nag-i-spam dito ng yung Grizzleback, pero ito nag-snowball na papasok dito. Mahuli ang Chaos Knight na uppercut na ako na ano ng magnetic field. Pero pumasok sa lobby sila Nisha at magpipilos dito ang Chaos Knight. At ayun na nga, then Tundra is trying to skip. Nakakuha ng hits dito yung Arc Warden. Then Marcin, ako mahuhuli si ate mo Marcin. Makakatumbling kaya. Go! Bitaw mo na, go! Nako, nakataka si ate mo Marcin na mayroong 2 seconds para sa kanyang rebound. Pero okay lang, at least 1-1 yan kasi naka-aegis dun si Nisha. Yun ang sinasabi ko sa inyong double blade sa magnetic field. Pag pumasok din dun yung hero ng kalaban, parehas ng attack speed na makakakuha. Pabor sa Morphling yun pag nag-magnetic field kasi yung attack speed niya. Eto, BKB na isusunod dito ng ano. Nisha. And then Papay trying to push and destroyed the bottom lane. Ito nagkukumpulan dito yung Tundra Esports. Kailangan nilang bumawi pero wala pa silang mga ultimate. So kalma muna. Farm lang muna.
My thrift rewarded.
Wait, nakita yung ano ng Phoenix. Yung atake ng Phoenix. Ang mga Fire Spirit. Uy, nangaasar na ko. Dagger at Snowball ako, mapipilis kagad dito yung Phoenix. Ito, masusunod na ata ng Snowball. Pero ito, Chaos Knight na nga rin wala na buhay. Magnetic Field is on. Deshlock, mapipilis. Grabe yung critical. Followed up by Morphling. Grabe 3-man down dito sa Team Secret. Nakita nyo yun. Ganon lang. Yung critical doon ng Chaos Knight. Parang hindi nakapag ano eh. Hindi na, pagka-rebound, mas nasaktuhan yung Morphling then Magnetic Field. Kailangan maiwasan nila yun. Eto na. Parehas ubos ng first tower dito ng bot teams. Tingnan natin kung anong oras makakabawi itong ano. Tundra sa second tower. Ayan, farm lang ulit. Farm pag may mga ultis na laban. Yung region, pero hihintayin muna na ito ng both teams na mag-respawn ulit yung pangalawang aras bago sila gumawa ng ano ng mga susunod na clash. Kasi importante yan Aegis na kung sino may Aegis. Mas malakas ang loob. O ito, Assault Kiras na dito si Visage. Oh, grabing armor nito tapos may layer pa siya nung ano ito, Gravekeeper's Cloak. Pampatigas. Uy, napitas dito. 200 plus 240 gold. Yung illusion na yon ni Arc Warden. Ito sa mid, may piniping dito. Illusion lang. Ini-scout. Nag-i-scout kung warded. Ito, grabe yung attack speed na itong mga maliliit na paniki. Ito na, mukhang babasagin na ng Tundra Esports dito yung bottom lane. Nga secret na dahil meron ng Assault Kiras, no? Saglit lang yan. Sa minus armor na aura. Yes, 5-man smoke dito. Huwag kayong kukurap. Hindi mo mangyayaring hindi maganda dito sa 5-man smoke. Ito, nako, kita ka dyan. Naka, pumasok na nga dito, inuna ng ano, then magnetic field, saglit lang dito yung Tuskar, hindi nakapag-snowball dahil nakapita siya ng Gleipnir. Out muna, out. Out. Grabe, ganun lang pumitas, no? Hindi nila alam na warded. Ba't hindi kayo nag-dead wards? Awit. Roshan, 40 seconds bago mag-respawn. Eto na, may ultimate na dito yung Phoenix. Meron siyang Supernova. Champagne Supernova. Ito, Papi. Nag-i-scout ang mga skeleton. 18 seconds. Ito. Nakita ata ng ano. Oops, wala pa. Uy, hindi napansin niya. Ayun, napansin niyo yung skeleton. Wala pa. Ayun na. Sakto, lubos yung Roshan kaso walang nakakita sa both teams. Whoops. BB, nakatalikod lang. Agnips na yung susunod nito. Kaunti na lang. Naka, mali na naman tayo ng predict. Sino? Si Resolution. 25-minute mark. Ito. RSS up. Alam na nito ng Tundra na nag-a-arrest ng mga to. Ito na, pinadala na yung mga paniki. Ang mga maliliit na paniki. Oops, out. Iikot, piniping, 4-man smoke dito sa Team Secret. Oops, 5-man smoke. Ang reply dito ng Tundra. Ay, ikutan, no? Ito yung mga nakakatakot dito.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Uy, nag-i-scan. Oops, mo makikita yung Tuskar. Tumalon dito yung Marcy, natalo na si Papay. Nag-snowball dito, papunta sa Marcy. Naka, 2-man down dito para sa napakadali lang ng ano. Sinaglit lang dito si Papay, no? Ha! Grabing attack speed na itong mga to. Pak. Hindi tumagal na 15 seconds na si Rosha. Lalo pa siguro pa nag-agonims to mamaya, no? Yung Chaos Knight. Sabay lahat ng illusion nasa ano, magnetic field. Kailangan na lang mapag-BKB dito. High ground na naman. High ground na naman ata dito ng Team Secret. Ito Phoenix kinuha na yung outpost sa baba. Marcy. Medyo malayo-layo pa sa kanyang BKD. Pero meron siyang ano, Philosopher's Stone. Madali niya lang ma-farm yan. Ito, nakita dito yung ano, yung Visage na snowball na uppercut na ako, saglit lang. O, parang kamatis na pinisa.
I am punching for you.
Yan, patayin nyo. Yan ang downside ng ano, maraming yung paniki na 100 gold yan eh. Ganun lang eh. Oh. Hindi kinaya ng kiras yung ano, critical ng Tuskar sa Walrus Punch. Mindbreaker, makakuha dito yung Arc Warden. Bristleback, malapit-lapit na. Sa kanyang blade mill, sa kanyang agonims, no? Just at 300 gold away. Uy, pares may quickening charm dito. Uy, kukunin. Ipitasin ka agad yung illusion. Nice one. 5k net worth lead dito. Yung Arc Warden, samantalang itong Morphling is 15k, na? Susunod niya na dito yung ano, yung 4-stop pantakas at 5-man smoke naman dito para sa Tundra. Pipitasin kung sino man ang dapat pitasin. Makikita kaya dito si Nisha? Hindi na smoke break. Hindi rin na ano. Yung Tuskar dito, nako, nag-snowball. Dagger, nako, wala na. Bitaw na. Hindi siya nakapag-dagger. Out muna na kay Aegis Span. Uy, Octarine Core. Susunod na ito malamang dito, Aghanim's or BKB. Ito, nasa baba dito. Nasa triangle na. Pero sa baba yung Leshrac. Mag-push lang to, magkakat muna ng wave, mga asar-asar. Tundra, sinusubukan i-hold dito ang high grounds ng Team Secret, no? Itong triangle. Pag nahawakan na yan, nako. Mabilis na makakarespo dito yung ano eh, Arc Warden dahil sa Boots of Travel. Ito na nga, 5 tao na yun nandito sa baba. Uubusin muna ang mga second tower. Nagpo-fortify kaya? Yun ang tanong? O ibibigay lang? Ibibigay lang.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Alam nila na sa triangle yan.
Is under attack.
Pero to Team Secret, hindi magpapatinag mo ang sasabayan din sa baba. No? Both teams parehas pang may 45. Ito, ang nag-iisa na lang second tower ng Secret ay nasa mid.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Middle tower is under attack.
Huwag nyo nang i-fortify, no? Papuntahin natin dito sa high grounds. Sa high grounds natin labanan, no? Lalo't may Aegis pa. Aegis, 1 minute and 10 seconds ang nalalabi. Tingnan natin kung mapipitas ito ni Nisha. Si Arc Warden. Uy, may napitas dito. Yung Tuskar na naman. Naka! Tumilip lang tayo ng konti sa buwan. Napitas na kagad. Basta, may shards na ba itong ano? Leshrac? Tingnan natin. Meron na. Madedep na ng konti ito. Ayan nga, yung sidekick sabay-sasabay ng lifesteal nung ano ng CK, grabe. Hindi nila na-replyan yung ano dun, yung pagbasag ng tower. Itong magnetic field, ikot-ikot lang. Grabe yung tinanggap na damage yun ni Crystallis, oh, sa magical damage. Uy, ito, pinasok. May expert na yung Aegis na, hayaan nyo na. May expert na ako pinasok dito ni Leshrac, mapag-BKB pa, pero na-retirip dito. Hindi siya maunang mapipitas dito, pero naka-Aegis. Resolution is alive with this BKB is on. Marcy nakapag-BKB na rin, pero tingnan natin kung mapipitas. Nakapag-rebound palabas. Ito may iwan dito na illusion dito na Arc Warden na napipitas na rin. Bristleback, nasa harap ng Chaos Knight. Nako, dominating dito. Nisha na BKB, nagpop-up na. The Chaos Knight trying to aim the backlane. Mapipitas na din si Papay the buyback. Uy, they buyback. Ito na na-uppercut dito si Chaos Knight. Nagka-buyback na din. Phoenix sa buyback na rin. Yung Arc Warden nasa likod na, trying to use his illusion, and he escaped with a Gleipnir. Ang gandang Gleipnir nun, at sa 3-man down dito para sa Tundra. Grabe. Kaso nagbuybakan dito yung mga tropang ano, secret. Nag-buyback si Papi. At saka si Tuskar. Ito, Phoenix trying to escape, pero ito ma-uppercut, may slow ko, mapipitas kaya. Supernova, binitawan na. At ginangat-ngat ng ginangat-ngat ang itlog. Yun na. Napitas dun sa ano, Supernova, na die back dito ang Phoenix.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ito Team Secret, popostehan na to dito. Ipilitin niya i-fortify. Backdoor protection. Ito buhay na yung Visage. Patay pa rin yung Phoenix. Ito, ganda ng words nito. Hindi na ano eh, hindi na basta-basta nagdi-word yung ano, yung mga position kanina. Ang galing mag-words ni Saksa. Foreman smoke dito. Oops, the break. Ay, mabibitas. Naka. Tumingin lang tayo ng saglit kay Nisha. Napitas na yung Visage. Ito, 4 versus 5. Tingnan natin kung anong i-replay dito ng Tundra. Wag muna. Wag muna. Ito mapapansin natin sa laro na to. Yung secret parang yung sa wordings nila, no? Hindi sila masyado nagdi-words. Laging yung words nila nandito sa base ng kalaban. Samantalang ito, si Saksa ikot ng ikot, lagay ng words. At tulad na ito, ang ganda ng word na to. Ito, madalas natin itong ginagawa pa naglalaro tayo. Nag-words tayo dyan, ha? Ito, may ano, nakikita di. Uy, naku, nabudo dito si Resolution. Natalunan pa ng Marcy na sidekick. Yun na. Surprise, Mother Kokak. Na-surprise Mother Kokak. Si Resolution. Nakaginso na yan. Ay, pangkat ng wave. Grabe, naka-Daedalus no. Roshan 1 minute and 30 seconds bago mag-respawn. Ito piniping-ping. Wala. Wala pa. Kalma. Oops, pause. Can't use courier. Nako. Pause muna. Ako, mukhang na-beta to pa yung Grand Finals natin. Sa hotkey minsan yan eh. Dapat dito may arbiter, no? G.
The battle seeks resolution.
It's bug. Can't get items from courier. Unlucky. Hindi. Nagbag pa yung courier. Hayop na yan. Just unlucky. Nadali pa tayo ng commercial. Dalawang buyback lang meron dito sa mga tropa natin. Si Leshrak at si Nisha. Tingnan natin ang mangyayari dito. Huwag tayong kukurop dahil palabas na ang Roshan sa 1 minute and 22 seconds. Pangatlong RS. Magbibigay kaya ng ano? Ng Aganims. Sino kumuha ng shards kanina? Arc Warden nata. Sa pangalawang RS. Commercial! Teka lang. Tiyara nga muna tayo. And we're back. Ito, nakuha na yung ano, yung item performance smoke dito sa Team Tundra. Tundra Esports pala, Team Tundra tuloy. Ako, resolution nag-iisa na naman. Nakita siya dito ng wards. Naka, nagdagger na dito yung illusion ng Arc Warden na snowball save. Luma snowball, ano kaya? Crystallis, Papis, BKB. At nag-BKB na rin sa Nisha, ni-aim dito si Marcy. Marcy na tulo, HP. Unang mabibilas dito si Marcy. At isusunod ang illusion ng Arc Warden. Pak! Ganun lang. Ito may Roshan pa. Yung ano, lumabas na si Roshan. Ano natin ito? Nag-aabang lang dito yung Tuskar, oh. Mukhang may uppercut na naman. Ito, nag-snowball sa illusion. Nag-ulti na dito yung Chaos Knight. Naku, na-stun dito si Crystallis. Ito, the magnetic field is up. Napitas dito si Morphling. Naku, saglit lang dito si Nisha. Wala siya nagawa dun. Pero meron siyang buyback. Pero tingnan natin kung mag-buyback. Hindi, RS na lang. RS. No, nagsisave to ng buyback. Then meron na rin siya pampili ng agad. Anong item ni Roshan? Meron cheese at refresher shard. Yung refresher shard siguro napakaganda niya kung mabibigayan dito sa Phoenix. So, dalawang supernova. Assault Kiras, buo na rin. May binili dito si Nisha, no? Satanic. Wala siyang buyback dito. Oh, secret. Go secret. Pakunti lang ha. Mga sa Tundra galing yun ha. Uy, nako. Napitas na naman si Resolution. Mabudo lang eh. Todas kagad Gleipnir, no? Yan lang yung combo, Gleipnir. Ito, basag na yung middle barracks. Aiming Bristleback. Kinap na yung kanyang BKB. Ako, hindi na lang madedepensa itong dito. Sa 4 versus 5 at naka-ages pa dito. Yung Chaos Knight. Oh, babasag na rin dito ang tower sa taas ng na Team Secret, pero yung Barracks in-ordify na. Yung Crystallis, tumaligad ko lang pumasok sa loob dito si Nisha, may instant. Hindi mabibitaw ng BKB na silence, nice no save. In-aim dito yan, kaso nakapag-aim this, nagpop ng aim this Nisha with his BKB. Nasa loob siya ng magnetic field and then nag-wave out. Nasabayan niya dito yung pagka ng supernova, the buyback from Tuskar and the resolution. Ito nakapag-BKB na try to defend. Mapipito si Papay dito. Naku pa. Ito na nga inaano natin. Oh, baka may tumatama tayo na konti. 37 to 44 minutes. Mananalo yung Secret. Naku pa. Mukhang hindi na ano ito ng Tundra. Matatapusin na ito ng Tundra. Uy, nako, mega crits with 39 minutes. Habang may ages pa, sige, parusahan nyo na parusahan dito. Habang walang buyback dito yung Bristleback. Nako, eto na nga, nag-base run na dito ng in-name na yung T4. Yung man smoke and then last man defend. Ito, nag-buyback si Papay. Pero ito, ginangat-kat pa rin dito ng mga maliliit na paniki yung Ancient. Ito, mga hindi mapapansin dito yung Ancient. Ayun, nakakita ni Papay. Pero nasarap niya yung Chaos Knight tsaka yung Visage. And then ito, GG has been called. Woo! Tama tayo ng isa. Uy! Naku po. Tundra is just one game away for claiming the ages of the immortal. Sila na nga ba ang mag-aangat? Ang mag-uuwi?
As game 2 also going to Tundra, who now lead the series 2-0 against Team Secret.
I mean, I feel like the whole game kind of flips the script, everything looking kind of even. 9 gets this hex, immediately the game just becomes fully in their favor. A couple pickoffs here and there, the way they can poke and prod, force BKBs, reinitiate, re-go. Beautiful to watch. Tundra just continue to be on another level in these team fights.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, in regards from game 1 to game 2, definite sort of improvements overall from Secret, but still, just the way that Tundra are able to shut these games down. And even to the point as well, with their draft, we knew that the win was going to come in a bit of a different fashion regardless from what they did in game 1. And, you know, the fact at the end of the day is that 9 on the Arc Warden.
What a beast.
8-0-9. Secret, they were just never able to catch him, Fog.
No, he kept the distance. He was like the initiator half the times too. It felt like he did pretty much everything for this team. Catching the split push, etc. Remarkable game from Tundra.
Well, as we said, a bit of an improvement made from game 1 to game 2, but it really feels like Secret, they've got to step it up so much more to have any sort of chance of stopping Tundra in their tracks, as Tundra now leading the series 2-0, just one win away from taking the championship.
Thank you very much, Odie, Pixel and Fogged. Welcome back to our panel. And it doesn't seem to matter what lineup they play. They put on an absolutely clinical game of Dota. One mistake and then it's just, thank you very much, it's our map. I'm joined by Tika, Blizzard and Sheep. I'm just amazed with Tundra right now. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It looks so dominating. You know, it's like, is it a grand finals?
I feel like they just keep on pulling heroes out of the bag, right? Like even this Arc Warden, and it's not like they're picking heroes that they're constantly playing, but they make it look like they have so much practice on them. Meanwhile, Secret, at the same time, I think Tundra is in their head again. Like you can't play against an Arc Warden and let it be all alone on the bottom lane for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yep.
Just using that double Midas off cooldown.
Yeah, and this was the big turning point in this highlight here. Secret, after quite a dominating early game, moving from tower to tower, they just kind of fall victim to that kind of choke point fight. And unfortunately, even if you are taking some of these earlier towers, feeling that you're taking the map away from Tundra, like Lizard just mentioned, you're not stopping the Arc from farming. So at some point, you are going to hit that boiling point where Tundra hits a team timing and then gets to set the pace of the game themselves.
How many ways they have to initiate?
I mean, they kept gaining ways to initiate throughout the game. That was like what I found the most impressive. When they finished this Gleipnir and stuff, they're starting with that and going into the Marcy Dispose. You know, before that they're using Marcy. Later they get the Hex. They're creating their own ways of initiation. They're sitting with 4 heroes in the trees waiting for Resolution the Strike to just come up the lane and then pick him off like that. They are bleeding Secret dry.
And again, they're just getting multiple ways of gaining info, gaining vision. Like before you had, I don't know, a Broodmother Naga. Now you have this Arc Warden just spamming spirits everywhere. You have Visage as well. And speaking of Visage, it wasn't only 33 Visage, it was a Visage with a Marcy. Now you have a sidekick on those birds. The objectives are just melting.
Yeah, just the fact that you have as well, like 33 in lane, it's a Visage killing the Bristleback. Like this lane, you're not meant to win it. When you pick Bristleback, you're meant to beat the Visage in lane. So Tundra already just excelling inside that laning phase and just kind of catapulting themselves to kind of weather the storm. And maybe if that Visage lane didn't go so well for Tundra, you could argue that the Bristle would be a little bit bigger. The pace Secret could set could be a little bit better. But the fact that you win that lane, it stalls it out a little bit longer. So Tundra then eventually, like we already mentioned, hit this beautiful team timing where they just punish Secret once again in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, Chrysalis still had a decentish timing. They stacked the Ancients hard.
Yeah.
And of course, yeah, Skidder here, the carry for Tundra. He's just had not only a great performance, but a great team enabling him. And I don't think he's put a foot wrong, really. He's always known what he needs to do, his objectives, and of course, his team fighting skills are, on par with that as well.
The optimization once again, right? Like you have this Chaos Knight who is building into a very early Mage Slayer. He's mitigating the damage that Lashrak is dishing out, and overall just being a true team player, just being up front, helping the Visage, and the Arc Warden do the majority of the work.
Again, just look at the stats that you see here, right? Like, this is his first TI. He's hitting firsts in multiple categories. Like, he is unnerved. He has unlocked his ability just to enable himself, enable the team. Again, we've had so many interviews where they just feel like everything's clicking, everything's right. And again, we're going into a game 3 where it feels like Secret just has nothing to answer yet to Tundra's playstyle.
But in defense of Secret, this was a better performance than game 1.
Yes, they adapted a lot. So from game 1 to game 2, you can clearly see how the cogs were turning with Heen and Puppy's mentality on how to approach Tundra. They needed to take towers early. They wanted to take away the map. Don't allow that fortified style of Tundra to set into play. Unfortunately, that didn't then lead to them dominating the map, them holding an aggressive position, because they faltered a little and Tundra then kind of sneaked their way through into the map and played again. So I think if you're going at Secrets looking at this again, game 3, it's we need to do what we did in game 2, but better. We need to execute faster, quicker, take away the map. Don't let them even get that up.
Sheep, do you snatch, do you ban the Lash? Do you leave it in the pool? Do you pick it?
Oh,
you just
no.
lost twice with it. You lost on mid, you lost on offlane.
Yeah, I don't know if they need to ban it because I don't think Tundra are interested in
Even
taking
plays
it.
it,
Yeah, like it feels like they have a very solid idea against the Lashrak. I also feel like their way of drafting versus the style is not working either because they've tried this like Magnus strat with Ember, like ways to clear all these illusions and stuff, and it's not working. They've tried Bristleback and Lashrak also here is typically thought to be good against these illusions. It's not working. I feel like at this point your draft needs to go more in the direction of taking your own map control, fighting back against Tundra, because they are just able to play the map too well. You have to break that. That has to be the goal of your draft.
And this is something you mentioned, Lizard. The Arc Warden sat on the Tundra's off lane for 5 minutes, but Secret didn't want to engage. They were not interested in going down and making moves there. Instead, though, they did have the Dire jungle, and they did pick up a few kills. Do you think it was too passive to play around the jungle and not take on the Arc Warden, who was played by 9?
Yeah, I feel like it's easy to be complacent when you're playing a draft such as Secrets. You have this Morphling, he is going to be the ultra carry late game. The problem is you're playing versus an Arc Warden. You won't get to the late game if you let him roam and do whatever he wants in the first 15 minutes. He just gets too big, too fast, and gets that hex fast enough. You've seen what happens.
Well, we'll have to see what Secret are going to do for Game 3. But right now, I think we need to hear a little bit from Tundra, because before the Grand Finals, they sat down with Avo.
Welcome, Tundra Esports, to the Grand Finals round table. What is a peak Tundra game? What game do you guys think expresses your playstyle the most?
I can say that to me it's not about the heroes. Like for me, like the peak Tundra, in my words, would be controlled chaos. I think that's how I would describe us.
Wow.
Very cool. Is it a close relationship between you guys?
I think it's very important to be close to one another, to be able to function as a team. And I think right now, like, I really enjoy spending time with all of the guys. I think it's also partly the reason why we are playing well as a team, I think.
It's your first TI, Skitter. First time you get to play in front of such a big crowd at a TI.
Correct.
Well, how does it feel?
I mean, it feels great. It's all I ever dreamed it to be. And, you know, I always wanted this to be a reality, so I'm just happy to live it.
You've had your experience at TI, particularly that second place with DC. In that tournament, you came in as the underdog, right, into TI, or at least maybe not one of the favorites. Do you feel like that this tournament?
I would say so. Like, I feel like after the results in like Saudi and the Arlington Major, like we kind of had some pretty bad results, so people weren't like looking at us as like one of the contenders, which I think, like in hindsight, it was a very good thing to us. Even after we lost, we kind of said like, no, it's good. Now we can go in as the underdogs, you know.
How do you guys feel about snaking as a captain?
He's always trying his hardest, and I think he's been doing a really great job. Like, he's always managed to stay positive, even through kind of our rough times.
And I feel like he's done a great job. I feel like sometimes as a captain, people fall into these traps where they kind of like, they had like maybe a bit too much in the ego and they believe in their ideas too much and they don't try to empower the teammates. But I feel like Sneh has done a good job of balancing this out, like empowering the teammates' ideas and also like believing in his and trying to make them work. So I feel like he's exceeded my expectations for sure.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think he's very great at enabling players and their ideas.
We don't need like a strong leader in terms of someone that makes all the decisions. I'm really happy that we kind of have a captain in him, but he still listens to everyone. We still make decisions together and everything.
But you guys seem to all have your own ideas of Dota, and you get to put them in your gameplay, right?
Yeah, everyone has like, especially when it comes to the different lanes, I'm happy that everyone gets to play the lane they want to, how they want to, you know. I know that whatever I want to play on mid lane, Sneh is gonna support me.
I'm curious about that. When you first described your idea of the mid lane to them, how was the conversation?
I think it started with Winter Wyvern.
Winter Wyvern?
And I was just playing the hero in a pub, and I got pushed into playing it in scrims, basically. It's not like I was saying from the beginning that, oh, I want to play this hero, it's so broken in pubs. I started being more open to the idea of playing different heroes, and every time like I started winning with things, people saw it and supported me and pushed me as well. I think everyone is very open to trying new things in this team.
How are the feelings towards finals?
I try not to think too much about it, because I think the more you think about it, the more you'll overthink things, and you should just treat it as another game you're playing. It's not a big deal. Obviously, there's going to be a big crowd. You just have to mentally prepare yourself for that in advance, so then you're not overwhelmed by it by the time that the crowd is there.
I'm excited, honestly, which is a very good thing because I'm rarely excited.
I was very much like emotionally neutral, so I just want to go in these games, like play my game and just have fun and like show some good Dota to the viewers. So.
How does it feel to play in front of a big crowd at TI? Is it different than when you play like in the majors or anything like that?
For now, it has been easier than all the other crowds I've played in front of. I really feel like all the things come together this TI. Like so many moments, so many losses in the past year that taught me specific things. I use them now to win.
I'm just excited that I've been playing this game for like 15 years now, or Dota 1 and Dota 2 combined, and I finally get the opportunity to play on this arena and get the grand finals. It's been a dream of mine for many years, and I'm just happy and grateful that I was able to accomplish it. Like, yes, this is kind of going to be the biggest game of my life, but I think something we've been working about with our psychologists to kind of try and lower the stress is that all our hard work has already been done. Like, now all we have to do is just go and play. So what I would like to do is just try not to think about it too much, pretend this is just a regular game, and just go and play.
It was always my goal to come to TI and to win it. And since I've made it to the finals, I'm very happy for myself and for my teammates that I managed to do it. And now, you know, it's the final step. I'm ready to take it.
It's been like very long and very stressful road even in some ways, and you even have this feeling of being burnt out a bit. But now it's just finally here. I'm just super happy, and it's like the only thing left to do is just play.
So there we have it. Tundra sitting down with Avo, and I just got to congratulate whoever the psychologist is. Either you've just worked magic and they're doing meditation, or you've got them all on meds, because they are the most chill team. That's a grand final, pre-grand final sit-down interview. They were so calm. They're here and they just want to take it. And they might 3-0.
I feel like they could just win like 4 TIs in a row right now. Like, if they keep like, I mean, like right now, like if they play tomorrow another grand finals and then another one and another one, like the fact that they're all 5 just in the same mindset, answering in the same tone of voice, like they're just.
A unit.
That is scary. Like they are one.
I did like the fact though they did ask everybody what snaking like as a captain as he sat on the end of the table.
How did he bribe them? Like
he's just going,
He's just sitting there and listening as they praise him for like 10 minutes.
But they should. I mean, they made it to the grand finals, and you know he's very chill. And 15 years of Dota, from Dota 1 to Dota 2, and we can take a look here some of the win rates versus Puppy, and there is snaking.
He's positive.
Exactly. This is the most important thing. So the other day I was looking at snaking win rate versus Puppy, and I saw Noxel starting to tweet about it. So I went onto that Dota, looked a bit deeper, and yeah, it's basically there's only 4 players who've ever got a 50% win rate positive against Puppy. Only 4 players. Everyone else is sub 50%. So snaking today, with his victory, yesterday, bumped him up to over 50, drawing with RK. Now he's winning the 2 games currently. He's now 51.8. If he wins the next game in this grand finals, he'll then leapfrog Bulldog and be 2nd place. Again, it is insane.
But with what number?
With a 52.6% win rate.
Oh, I love it when you talk numbers.
There we go. Oh, you like that? But yeah, everyone, all the Tundra fans, they love snaking right now because he clearly is the secret source, maybe, for understanding that Puppy mentality.
When's the last time you've been to NA? Tell the truth.
Last time?
Tell the truth. What's this NA copium over here?
What? They're literally like insane. Like, again, to be clear, Secret, they have to do some mad work in this interim. They need to properly break down Tundra, understand everything that's happened in TI in a single 15-minute break, because Tundra is looking flawless.
I don't know how you're meant to do it in time. I actually genuinely, they've tried 3-4 different strats and like this was meant to be their idea. We're bringing in the Chen. We need something to take objectives. We need towers. They took that Roche in 14 minutes. Like they were doing everything right, and they still crumbled. Their strats were just not up to par with Tundra.
And it's not just the heroes, right? Like if you look at the players, it's in the first 2 games, they literally switched up the roles. Like you had Crystallis playing a carry, then he was literally the offlane Bristleback. It wasn't some Midas Aghanim's rushing Bristleback. No, that was Vanguard BKB. He's just going to stand in front. Nisha was the Leshrac, the mid laner, the classic playmaker. Then he was the Morphling, the ultimate win condition. They're switching everything up, and nothing seemingly works.
If they have to focus on one particular thing to improve, you know, draft, map control, team fight, you know, in terms of draft for the team fight, because they can obviously team fight, but they just seem to be just outmastered a little bit. But what's the one thing that you would want Secret to kind of really have a conversation about in those 15 minutes between game 2 and where we're going in game 3?
Would you like to take it?
I think you just reset it, right?
Oh, okay.
But you've got to change something. You need a reset, but it's...
maybe it is just draft. I've seen a lot of success on the Rezo, Crystallis, Dawnbreaker. That's not getting banned in first phase. Maybe that's something to explore as a strat. It's something that lets them fight globally and often. It covers a lot of your heroes. This heal might let them turn the fights around.
I'd lean more on conviction. When you take an area of the map, they want to be able to play there. Don't allow Tundra to be able to sneak back out and then start skipping the waves that way. So if you have this early aggression, make sure you have extra catch to get there.
Well, we'll see, because they're tying for Team Strat, talking over. Puppy with Team Secret will re-enter the arena. If they are to take this, it needs to be a reverse sweep. Sitting with a 2-0 lead, Tundra, calm, cool and collected. They are smart, but Snake King said in his interview, do not overthink it, don't try and get too smart, and that's exactly what they've done. They've just been able to play their game, and it's Team Secret that need to break it. This could be a 3-0. Tundra scary right now, and it's, even though it might not be the, you know, if it was a 3-0, it's like, sure, as a fan for either of the teams, you want, you know, an absolute, you know, amazing game of Dota with all the back and forths, but really, if Tundra can take this 3-0, it's still so impressive.
Now, let's be real. We want more games, right? We want more games than just the 3-0. But if you're Secret as well, you just need to focus on yourself. Like, you can't let Tundra get into your head like in the last best of 3. Focus on your drafts. Focus on what made you get this far. Because nothing works against Tundra if you're focusing on their heroes and banning them out.
This is one of those grand finals where if Tundra win it 3-0, it's like the celebration, like the pro enthusiasts will be like, they just played such beautiful Dota. And this will now be like, how do we want to play Dota? The whole shift of DPC season will be, we'll look at Tundra. How do they skip waves? How do they always have the same element in every draft, even though heroes are different?
Is there something you'd ban out, Sheep? Like, is there a big element of Tundra that needs to go?
I don't know, there's too many heroes to ban for them. When I looked at last game, I think the biggest crack that I saw in their gameplay was when they were repelled from Secret's base and they were suddenly on the back foot of, we have to get out of here. And I think Secret took advantage of that really well for a short time. They were chasing them down lanes, they were getting pickoffs, they were forcing them to use their ults, and they kind of fell apart for a moment. Like, they didn't reset properly. Their resetting was usually really good, but when they kind of had to re-engage in the map, it felt like they were just kind of getting picked off, like, on their visage top. Stuff like that, if they can just apply more pressure from the side of Secret, like maybe Morphling is too slow of a hero, maybe they do need to just go all in on that hard tempo, all 5 heroes, go, go, go.
Full divide Dota.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how LGD started getting taken down at Arlington, for example.
Now, how dangerous are Tundra going to be with a 2-0 up? Because already their drafts are hard to ban out, but now they have options. They've got games in the bag to kind of, I'm sure they don't want to throw one. You're shaking your finger at me, T-Gov.
You watch that interview, they are one. You know, they say draft, there's no need to change. We are winning. We shall win. We shall pick the same heroes. We have exactly. We have that second lowest hero pool in all of TI. We just continue winning. Like, they don't need to change.
Imagine Aoi, right, staring at you with an expressionless face. He shrugs his shoulder. Why change it?
When they can communicate, you know, telepathically, that's when it will get scary, but it almost seems like it at this point. But can Team Secret bring it back? That's what I want to know.
I completely agree with what Sheepo said.
Focus on their draft, not the enemy.
Focus on their draft and their gameplay. If they could be a little bit more aggressive, if they could be a tiny little bit faster like they were once they defended their base, it looked like they had that game back in their control. But then a couple of mistakes here and there, they just need to be more focused. I know it sounds like such a generic thing to say, but the moment they got the game back, they fed a couple of kills, unnecessarily kills on the side lanes.
Yeah, and on top of that, have something that can kill Wraith Pact. A hero that can just get in there and kill Wraith Pact, that's like one of the biggest problems. They're playing with so much damage reduction on the side of Tundra. If you're able to deal with that and their map control and like how they do it, those are just the 2 biggest things, I think.
So who are those heroes? We look at Snapfire or?
Snapfire is a little difficult because she has to really like walk in there, but yeah.
We'll see what they do. Well, we're ready here, and I hope you are at home because we're going to go into Game 3 of the Grand Finals of the International.
Team Secret versus Tundra Esports. Grand Finals Game 3.
Eto na.
Turn to ban.
Thank you very much, James. And yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about ready to get this Game 3 underway. So far, Tundra leading the way 2-0 against Team Secret in this Grand Finals. Once again, Seb, Notel and Fox here with me for the draft. I mean, boys, 2 games now where Tundra, they've looked scary. We saw in the second game, Secret maybe trying to break successfully into sort of this sort of impenetrable force that Tundra hold the game hostage with, but it still wasn't enough. Can you see them taking it to the next level, or are you concerned for them now going into this game 3?
I don't know, there's very few names I could find, you know, around the world to pick, like to break Tundra, but Poppy would be one of them, right? I mean, Poppy, Heen, they have so much experience. Of course they can, of course they can. I want to believe they can, you know, I want more games and yeah, of course they can.
I want to believe too. The copium tank is pretty low right now. It's running very low. I think Orange player was feeling it last game. I really think for Secret they need to commit, they need to push it to the limit, you know. I think Nisha was having an incredible game. I don't think they missed a few moments last game that could have turned into, they could have made the game look a lot more doable for them, but you also see the power of Tundra. Like, they have some ideas, they seem to be on top of their heroes, like the combinations, the Arc Warden with the Visage too, we haven't seen this before. Yeah, and now we're at least seeing Secret get their Marcy hero, so I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to have a hard time believing that Tundra can be broken.
I mean, there's one thing maybe we haven't seen as much in this grand finals from Secret is like full-on lane dominance.
Yes.
You know, Marcy could kind of draw the, like lead the direction, lead the back into crushing 3 lanes, and maybe Tundra just doesn't come online. You know, we've seen NetUp like 33 play Brood against Secret in the upper bracket finals, and that was probably one of the worst Brood start he ever had in the in the entire tournament, and that's what Secret did to him. And yeah, they can do that, so it could be one route.
That was with Monkey though, and Monkey has been banned in every game.
True. Yeah. They are setting up for it.
This Bristleback also, I mean, I don't know, it's like Tundra knows their heroes so well, and I feel like they had counterpicked the lane in last game, and yet it didn't work.
But you know, I feel like they banned the Monkey maybe to threaten the Brood, but Secret still let the Brood in, and they decided to ban the Tusk instead. So I think now it's like, Tundra, do you still dare to Brood? Like, you want to test our ability to counter Brood once again? And Tundra is like, no, let's keep it open and let's decide a little bit later what 33 is going to be playing.
Yeah, he has options, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're just going to save him for later on. He'll have a bunch of cool options. And you're going to be forced now, when you see this, they're going to have to ban the Naga Siren. They're still going to have to take the same initiative that they did the last time. They're still going to stick with the Lesh.
I mean, I don't think it's wrong for them to stick with the Lesh. I think Lesh had tons of openings in both games. Resolution was playing it really well, and it opened up this Morph pick, but they were second pick. I mean, I think this game's gonna be really hard also because it's drafting order. Like, it's extra tough for Secret to figure out what they want to do, because they can't keep it open till the end. They might go back for the Dawnbreaker. I mean, we haven't seen them, it's been ignored the whole series so far. But I also think rightfully so, but I don't know what Secret are gonna do with first pick here, like for the next phase. And yeah, we have to really look at the bans, and they have to coerce them again into something that is going to lead into good things for them.
Yeah.
Meta is having a field day right now, you know? Like, the Brood is still in, Tide is getting banned. I think, Secret need to pull out some aces.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to keep track of, but to be fair, probably their best bet is to build on what they want to do and only counter what's going to get in the way. So if they believe that this Naga is going to stop what they want to do, then sure, ban it, else you might as well play against it. Yeah. Obviously, it is scary to play against Tundra's best heroes, but at this point, it feels like all they have is best heroes.
Yes.
So you might as well.
Yep. It's the Visage,
always a
Naga.
substitute, right? Like, as we saw, we saw a lot of times a bunch of different heroes for 9, but then, I mean, we were all sitting there and we're like, wow, this magnetic field, this Arc Warden just buffing everyone out, making them like immune to damage. It's something you pulled out of left field.
That was nasty.
I mean, I wonder if the statistics, I mean, there are probably some stats for the damage reduction that teams have pulled off, like between Wraith Pact and Anchor Smash with
the pipes.
And the pipes and stuff. And I feel like they must now be up there, right? Especially with the Arc Shard. That's something new.
Mage Slayer as well too, right? Like, it seems like they always just have layers and layers and layers of it, which, I mean, you guys are very familiar with, of course.
Yeah, I love myself some damage reduction. Spectre, nice.
Yeah.
Good times.
Stampede.
IO.
I mean, we'll see. I think Secret is debating whether or not they want to target the Naga. They're probably, because theoretically you could consider that, you've got yourself a Leshrac against the Naga or Leshrac against the Slark, which are the very popular Skitty heroes. Yeah. Maybe Nyx should take higher priority, for instance, if you just look at matchup to matchup.
Yeah.
But it's, you're one game down, like one game away from getting eliminated, as in like losing the grand finals, and you give them the hero they've been dominating with. It's a hard call.
Oh my god, they banned a Brewmaster.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting too.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel very scared of the Naga. That's me. Like, I would not choose to play against it, but like Seb is saying, what are you gonna choose to play against? They beat the Visage before, and it honestly looked very doable last game too. Like, they had moments in this game, even though they missed, I think, a few opportunities. It does seem like I don't really know. There's Broodmother too. Oh boy.
It's just
Now,
so many options.
So they banned the Conker out, and I think that they're really threatening, you know, the Brood second phase with the Conker ban as well.
Yep. I would really want to see Secret address the Mirana, like address the Moonlight Shadow, because I think it's actually what makes these heroes really scary, because they really get to disengage. Like this Tiny is gonna throw his spells and not get punished for it. Same with the Naga in the other game and the 9 heroes. Like I would want this hero to kind of, if they get too close to the action, to die. You know.
What about Zeus?
Yeah,
Zeus
these kind of heroes like
Zeus Slash might be a lot of the same thing, but I wonder, like you play against Mirana Naga.
Yeah, I think like very reliable lockdown. I don't know if it's Disruptor Glimpse, if it's Zeus, you know, ulti. They need to find a way to stop Tundra from, you know, poking, kind of, you know, slowly, kind of, you know, beating them down, like kind of agony, the slow agony of in and out heroes that are using the Moonlight Shadow, like
long range, disengage all the time.
A lot of those heroes are left in the pool. The Life Stealer we've seen that's countered the Last Strike a couple times that we haven't seen Tundra go for too much, but it's been banned a lot of times. The Naga Siren's still in, so what's their option? I mean, they get their Pango instead.
They go for the Pangolier.
Leaving things open for their last 2 picks, right? Now they have 33 as the pick of the litter, 9 Skeeter does as well.
Same drafting scenario as game 1 when they were second pick. You know, they picked the Saksa, the Snake King, and the 9 kind of trio, because these guys actually play as a trio. They play a lot in the Fog of War. As we said, you know, they feed on Skitters and 33's map pressure. So this is what they want to play with. You know, this is what they want to counter the Lash early game tempo with, and now they're just going to decide how to set their silence up for success.
And this next pick for Tundra is so scary. I mean, for Secret to pick, they maybe still want to address the Brood, right? Because, I mean, sure, Pangolier could be Neta hero, could be the 9 hero. Now,
Crystallis actually has played a lot of Marcy position 1. I don't know if he's done it officially, but in pubs he's been playing it a lot. So I think that's also an option, and maybe that's a hero that he feels like will counter Neta's pull no matter what.
But isn't it really hard now? Like, you're also afraid of the, I mean, Visage, Brood. I'm just thinking Neta heroes, and now you pick the Silencer. Like,
I feel like if it's a +1 Marcy, I feel like it works. And to be honest, I like the global, like, I really like the Silencer Dawn route against Thunder.
Oh, here we
go. Okay, take it away.
Nice, nice.
So now the Brew ban makes sense, right?
Yeah.
At least in a way.
Makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
Okay, they're taking it from Tundra. That is
I think it's a good approach.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
I think it's a very good approach. Also for the Mirana, we're talking about the Moonlight Shadow, we're talking about this long range. I think
I like the pick, but the only thing that scares me is you're now in the most important game, like the hardest game to play, and you're picking something you haven't touched yourself against a team that's probably the smartest at playing with it, so perhaps also playing against it. So, you know, it's like you have to execute it. Theory-wise, I like it, but
what they picked before didn't work, right? So isn't it in a way really good to switch it up?
Yes, it is. It is.
Even though, I mean, yeah, back against the wall, it won't get harder for Secret than this. 2-0 in TI finals?
Surely. Now I wonder, is this a Naga +1 or could it be flexible? That is what I don't know, because obviously we have not seen Secret use Naga as much.
Does Sayak play +4 Naga?
I haven't seen any of it.
They haven't played it.
They haven't
played it at all.
Yeah. So it's really hard to guess what they're going to do with it. This Marcy could be core or support, so that's the flex, basically.
Okay.
That's the 33 hero. It's a beast into Naga, which is interesting, but he does like the axe build a lot.
Yeah. No, but I've seen it. It makes Naga suffer a lot on the lane. Like, you think it's illusions normally versus Beast, but Beastmaster has skill points you can put in different things, and it turns out that you can actually get a really good lane versus illusions. Like 1 Avalanche plus the Beast, if you catch him summoning it, then you're left with just a naked Naga who only has Riptide.
Yeah.
Everyone has massive wave clear. It's like the typical Tundra. Every single person can push from the fog, clear creep wave almost instantly as well too.
But Chrysalis has played this in the past. I've seen him play it in the past in pubs, and you know, I think it's a fantastic hero versus Tundra.
I see it. I mean, Tundra for sure is gonna hate the lane pressure kind of against them. They really want to, and also they do have nice wave clear. I mean, Pengo's pretty nice. Beast is also decent, but maybe Naga's still too much.
Naga will overwhelm it eventually.
Yes,
at some point.
At some point, this bottom and Tiny, they can't push back against Naga.
I want to ask, what's Tundra going to ban here? What are they banning for? Are they banning for a Nisha mid hero? Are they banning for a Resolution offlane hero? I mean, I'm assuming that they're assuming Naga's one.
I think the offlane heroes are more problematic than the mid heroes.
Because it could be Sayak hero coming up too, and Resolution playing the
Marcy.
The Marcy also.
Or it could be a Naga 3 or 4, which is maybe a little bit more crazy.
I wouldn't assume it, but of course.
Could be.
I mean, that's probably more likely. Now we see the troll ban too. We've seen Rezo play Marcy quite a lot in the qualifiers and stuff like that. He was playing it offlane a lot.
Yeah, they've been owning with the offlane
With
Marcy.
great success.
I wonder what his stat is, but I think it's very positive.
It's tricky. It's tricky. We'll see what Tundra is gonna decide to respect, because they also have to be taking a guess here, and it's not an easy one. So whatever they're gonna ban is gonna obviously tell us where they're placing the Naga and where they're placing the Marcy, assumingly, or what they care the most about, if anything, because obviously they cannot know for sure what Secret is going to do.
Lots of going on.
There's a lot of pressure on these bans. There's a lot of pressure.
Interesting.
Okay, so
Shaman.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right,
So they're looking at Marcy core for Secrets. So then in that case, most likely a Marcy plus
But
3
I also
and a Naga
think
plus 1.
I think it's a very interesting read on the game, right? Like, why do they ban Rasta here? What does Rasta make? I think it makes sense with the Naga, right? It's like it's a lot to do with the Naga and what you're saying about like this hard lockdown, not letting heroes like kite around you. Shackle can be an incredible tool.
And right now they have very poor lockdown. Like it's only Lesh Stun and Marcy rebound, which is very unreliable.
Yes.
Right? This Hex could have helped a lot.
Yeah, and it's also one of the Saya classics. Okay, next ban. Yeah, I think they really want the Marcy to be core. Obviously, they could still flex it. I'm not sure what Resolution could be looking at. Other than that, Sayak has a bunch of heroes, right? Like Sayak has a bunch of heroes. He has the Earth Spirit, which is a good lockdown. He has the Tusk is out.
Blade Shaker, Tusk is out.
Shaker.
Turn to pick.
They do ban the Clockwork. Looking, for some reason, I feel like we might be surprised by how Secret's gonna put the heroes, but maybe that's just
they
my
could
mind
pick
going
Nisha's
crazy.
hero here, right? If Nisha, what could Nisha be picking? I mean, we never mentioned the Zeus. I don't know if it's that good here.
I'm stuck on this Marcy plus 1. I can't get over it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I mean, we'll see. This is exciting.
5 seconds remaining.
Ember.
They're out of time, right? Is that reserve time?
They've got a little bit.
Okay, they've got a little bit more. 15 seconds to go. 15 seconds to decide. You know, probably your fate. A lot of pressure.
Misclick.
Ember Spirit. All right.
Ember.
I mean, it's good for some reasons, right?
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan if we're doing +1 Naga with the Ember. I think there's a little bit of synergy, but there's also some synergy. It's just not all the way.
I mean, it's a very good Ember game.
But it's good, really good versus what they're playing against. Yeah.
Ember versus bottom Tiny Pango, like, and even Roar. They're gonna have a really hard time catching this Ember. He has the backup of Global Silence. If he does end up catching a kind of a stun, he has the backup of Sleep. This Ember can be the king of the game. You know, Nisha can pop off on this.
But do you still think that they're doing something weird with Marcy, or don't you just think it's going to be?
I would assume it's a Marcy Leshrac, you know, Zayak Marcy, Rezo Leshrac, Naga Silencer safe in an Ember mid.
Yeah.
Most likely.
I would say so too.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
But so we've seen 9. He likes to counterpick when he gets the chance to. I wonder if he's happy with this matchup, like the Pangolier. I mean, he has to be the Pango, right? It has to be Skitter Hero. Never mind.
Medusa.
Right. We have not seen that hero.
We haven't seen that hero, right?
I think that's a first Usa.
Wow.
I mean, that's a Skitter hero. We've seen him play it a lot in the past. Yeah.
Okay, Medusa.
Stylus is on the Naga, yeah. No funny business here.
Do they have enough damage to take down a Medusa is what I'm thinking, you know?
When Tundra starts grouping up and forcing.
Eto na. Ang game number 3.
Choose your hero.
Mirana.
May uuwi na ba ng Tundra ang Aegis? O makakabawi dito ang Team Secret? Pinik nila yung Naga no? Medyo napaisip dun yung yung Tundra, napakamot sa ulo. Good luck, both teams. Good luck, have fun. This is a decision game, no? Ang mangyayari dito. 9 wins in a row. Uy, grabe. Nag-spam ng Pango. Crystallis. Nagasire. Blink Dagger. Sino unang-unang mag-blink dagger dito? Alamang si Tiny yan.
The time for preparation is short. Use it
Okay,
wisely.
5-man smoke. Predict muna tayo. Magical pure damage. Ngayon tayo sa kay resolution. Total games end. 41 to 55.
打你们5个。
Eto na ang ating game number 3. Nag-umpisa na. At dito ang Team Secret ay mapupunta naman sana sa dire side. Nakita kaya nila? Gabi yan, hindi yan kita. Ako, buti ka magkakasalubong ata dito. Makakasalubong yung Tiny. Nako. Oops. Ayun, nakita ni ano.
30 seconds and counting.
Nagkailagan sila dito. Secure lang sila dito ng ano. Ng bounty. Mukhang tuto ulit. Parehas lang.
Welcome one and all to the main event.
God gamer alert! God gamer detected! Oh,
Ito magandang match up na to, no? Marcy and Leshrak versus Mirana and Medusa. Tignan nyo tong item na to, no? Grabe yung stats nito. Classic stats kagad. Oh, grabe yung slow. Grabe yung damage na tinagap to ng Marcy, no? Napaka-effective talaga lagi ng Lotus Orb dito sa, ano, sa Marcy. Tulad nung kanina, yung napanood natin. Gamit siya ni Saksa, no? Patambling-tambling lang, sabay aggro. Kasabayan ng black. May tumambling. Ito. Sinusubukan nila ditong asarin yung Medusa. Sa mid, match up ng Pango versus Ember. Oh, hindi siya nagtutont. Uy, grabe. Sabay na sabay. Uy, grabe yung tinanggap ng damage ng Sleight of Fist. Deny. Uy, money shot. May bote na dito si Nisha. Uy, na-deny niya pa rin, no? Kahit na ano ng Pangulier, nakasabay ng deny. Bote na rin ba? Uy, sabayan nagkabote dito si, Ember Spirit. At si Pangulier. Ops, balik sa mid. Flame Guard. Eto na. Ina-activate na ni Nisha ang Flame Guard na pang-lasit. Pang-lasit-lasit. Grabe yung paggamit ng Sleight of Fist, no? Right click sabay, Ito, meron ditong 19 last hits. Si Nisha, gawin mo ng 21. Plus to agad, no? Ganun kabilis. Ito, Tiny. Saksa, nagtatago dito. Mga magkakat ng bounty na nakuha. Ito, meron pang bounty dito sa baba. Hindi pa ata napapansin ng
Snatched from your grasp.
Uy!
Dire's top tower is in danger.
Uy, grabe tong words na to. Oh. Dito nakalagay, no? Kita to. Okay, salis eh. Bagyang bote. Ay, hindi. Pares, wala nang mana to. Hop, may pahabol doon na sleight of fist. Uy, tinamaan pa ng ano. Ang first skill. Nakiliti ng konti. $34 last hits na dito si Beastmaster. Unahan pa si Nisha. Sabagay, Wild Ducks na yung gagawin na ito. Baka siguro dahil sa mga illusions.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Silip tayo sa baba. Eto. Ang matchup ng Medusa. Kasi Marcy pupunta sa mid. Mukhang mag... Umalis. Oy. Tatlo dito yung ano.
Dire should look to their middle tower.
Nako, nabi first blood dito si Marcy. Cooldown yung ano. Yun, mababawian.
Ha.
1:1. Hindi nakatipi ka agad yung ano. Si Papay naglakad lang. Nagtipid.
The prize is mine.
Ay, kala ko naka-javelin na eh. Okay, may sentry ward dito yung Pangolier. Wala pa masyadong kaganapan dito, pero tingnan natin yung Medusa na mayroong 37 last hits. Meron na rin siyang power treads at saka raindrops na pang ano ng konting magic, pang depensa. Oops. Ito mahuli Medusa na level 5, binalibag. Oops. Inaano pa yung stun. Eto na, nag-stun na. Kasi yung arrows, nako, nilaro mo pa ng nilaro. Sayang yun. Makinihintay nga rin nila pumasok dun yung Mirana, no? Eto na Ember Spirit papunta dito sa mid. Magagank, may magte-teleport dito. Teleport out dito. Si Medusa, yan. Farming mo yung mid. Nakita ata. Ayun, nakita dito, no? Na dumaan yung Ember.
The Dire scan. On the hunt for Radiant forces. Radiant's bottom tower is in
Uy, nasa kabilang pwesto yung Mirana. Diba, may lip yan. Makakatakas yan.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Pinortify na dito ng Radiant.
Radiant should look to their bottom
Para hindi
tower.
mabasag, hindi makapag-damage ng madami tong ano.
Dire should look to their top tower.
Nako, pero yung top lane ako nagkamps dito ng Pangolier.
Dire
Uy, nakita si Mars, nakita ni Marcy dito Mirana pero makakapag-leap.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Walang
under
charges
attack.
yung leap. Ikot-ikot lang muna.
Dire should look to their top tower. Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
Easy shot.
Dire's
Boy.
top tower is under attack.
Ako, 5 seconds pa yung leap. Uy, na-cancel yung TP. Naku, mali pa yung predict natin doon. Meron palang makakancel.
Dire's top tower is under
Wait.
Dire should look to their top tower.
Medusa, nag-iipon para sa kanyang manta style.
Flames will spread thrice.
Papay merong observer words at hinawakan muna yung mid.
Look to their top tower.
At ang top tower ay bibitawan na. Mababasag bago mag 10 minutes. Ito masasabayan din natin ang tower sa baba.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Never refuse gold given.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
Papay level 5, malapit na magana. Sinong bibili ng ano? Mali yan. Huh? Stun nyo na. Sumira na.
The rune of invisibility.
Naka. Sayang wala pang searing chains. Oops, may kita dito si Tiny. Talon. Ay, dito mali si Marcy. Napi-preform dito yung ano. Yung Beastmaster. Yung silence na may clash dito sa baba. Nako, mahuli dito na. Magugulungan si Resolution. Pagulong-gulong yung Pangon. Natos. Nako, mapipitas. Nako, mapipitay din. Si Marcy. Ay, si ano. Si Leshrak. Patay kaya. Ito, nag-TP out. Nako, mapipitas din. Moy, nasiring chase dito ni Nisha. Yung Tiny, dito na siya sa mga creeps. Then Papay coming up. Ito, na-slow dito yung Tiny. Then Papay to the rescue. At ito, ibigay mo na triple kill.
Another walker under the blade.
For Nisha. Tingnan natin ang network. Muna dito sa network si Beastmaster na merong 6,300. Okay, meron na siyang Vladimirs. Meron pang
There is little hope for Radiant's middle
Helm of the
tower.
Dominator. Ako, malapit na rin to sa ano. Helm of the Overlord. Awit. Mapapaawit tayo dyan. Kayang-kayang kontrolin neto ni Beastmaster ang isang linya. Gamit ang mga super friends. Ginagawa niya dito, pinipigilan niya makapag-farm ng marami tong naga, kaya nandito na siya sa pwesto na to. Baka may mapipitas ulit dito, ang Medusa. Mapipitas.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ang siguro nakikita ko dito ng ano ng last pick kasi itong Medusa, no? Nakita nila may silencer. Itong silencer kasi base int yung binabawas sa'yo. So yung Medusa, mababa yung base int niya kada hit neto ni Papay. Ito.
Radiant have fortified their structures against attack.
Nag-fortify na.
Dire's
Mirana, trying to defend the middle lane or to delay Team Secret na wag mabasag itong tower nito. Beastmaster, papunta na rin nata dito sa mid.
look to their middle tower.
Ayun, at nabasag na nga.
To their bottom Radiant's middle tower is no more.
Uy, tumulo si Marcy, makikita niyo yung Mirana kaso nakapag-leap out. Ano yung Pangolier? Tignan natin kung ano nagamit natin ng Pangolier. Unahin niyang Diffusal Blade, no? Pang ubos ng mana. Para merong mana problems tong ano, Team Secret. Eto. Resolution, konti na lang. Konting farm na lang, makukuha niya na yung kanyang Bloodstone. Ito, Team Secrets, nag-i-scout dito sa jungle ng Tundra. No, ito yung kinokontrol nila, no? Map control nila dito. Ito, nag-dewards dito si ate mo Marcy. Ito, nag-ulti yung Mirana. Manguhuli, naka-Helm of the Overlord na dito yung Beastmaster. Makikita nila dito si Leshrac, bipitawan kagad ng sigaw. Sigaw mo yan, followed up by arrow. And then yung tusok-tusok ng Pango, mapipitas dito sa Resolution.
Treasures. There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
Ito yung problema dito, yung Helm of the Overlord, no? Meron kang Ancient Crypt na bubugay. Ito, ang Dragon, malakas na mag-push. May splash attack din yung Fireball. Parang katulad kay Dragon Knight. Nakita nila. Makakapitan may dalaw. Nakakapitan dito si Mirana. Na global silence dito ni Pape. Hindi pinabayaan lang. Makikita nila Leshrac dito at maabutan. Mapipitas ang dalawa dito. Ang Tiny at si Mirana. What did nagpiping kung may wards. Naka-double damage pala nun si Nisha. Ang maganda dito sa pick na to ng Tundra is yung Primal Beast nga, no, na kaya mag-control ng isang area, no? Kaya yung i-secure yan gamit yung Greater Hook niya na Dinosaur, ang Tetranodon.
Never refuse gold given.
Eto na, nag-group up sila dito sa mid. Tingnan natin kung anong gagawin nila. Medusa continuous na sa pagpa-farm, no? Medyo malayo-layo pa siya. Tumalon yung Marcy, mahuhuli niya dito yung Tiny. Mababalibag. Balik na mapipitas dito si Pape. Mapipitas siya ng Beastmaster. Then Resolution trying to escape. Arrow, tinamaan. Slight of fist. Wala masyado And then sinabayan na dito sa 3-man down dito para sa Team Secret. Takbo. Tumakbo ka na, Ember Spirit. Mahuhuli ka. Searing Kiss, binita